Happy?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, well, WrestleMania wraps up with a South Australian superstar, Rhea Ripley, claiming the SmackDown Women's title over the Queen Charlotte Flair. All eyes are on the Phins for a Good Friday showdown. And Molly Malone's publican, an all-round good guy, Colin Leake, stops by to talk all things Cowboys. Welcome to On the Ranch.
WrestleMania, hey?
Grandest stage of them all. We're in Hollywood this year.
Yeah, okay, cool. That's great. Anyway, it's episode 128 of On the Ranch, and we are here in the poddock version 4.1, really. 1.1.
The
original.
OG.
The OG.
It is the OG, yes. And if you're watching, hello. I'm X-Hub on Twitter. That guy that did the intro, that's Pistol Pete.
Good evening. Back again.
Across from him is... never
How
leaves.
come you didn't want to do the intro?
Because I've got nothing to do with WrestleMania. As our newest friend here, Colin, said, I'm an adult.
Yeah. You
Sure.
know it's fake,
Sure.
right? You know that.
It's scripted.
Pete's in on kayfabe.
Fake.
He's big on it.
Difference between fake and scripted.
Sitting across from him is at Holmes Evans.
I'm looking forward to half an hour of WrestleMania chat coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be right at the very end, so I can chop that.
That's for the Patreon.
Yeah, 100%. And as Pistol mentioned, it is Colin Leake. He is Molly's head honcho.
Molly's part owner, not full owner. I want to be clear on that. Yeah, Molly Malone's owner, football enthusiast, all-around nice guy, I believe.
Or
Golfer.
good guy, golfing pro.
Golfer pro.
I
Golfing
just
pro,
told you
so,
how I
yeah.
hit a ball from 55 metres out in a hole, and it was the most incredible experience of my life.
For bird too, I heard.
What do you mean?
For a birdie.
Yeah, that's right. You got it right, Pete.
Imagine that. 60-metre hit for bird. Whew.
You can hear that full story on our Patreon. If you sign up to that one, you'll be able to listen to that full story and many more. It's about a good half hour of chat on that one because Pete won't shut up. But apart from that,
Fuck me.
there's ad-free episodes. Yes, we will have ads. They are starting pretty damn soon. And we've got an exclusive chat group on Facebook and elsewhere. And we might have an event later on in the year where only Patreon subscribers are invited to. We're currently negotiating with Colin on that one.
Negotiate away.
Yeah. He was unaware that was coming. But anyway, so sign up on Patreon. It starts as little as $3 a month. And that will
That's
get you
so cheap.
That will get you your ad-free
Spend more on
episodes.
coffee every single day.
You do.
Bargain.
That's exactly his argument.
I spend more on coffee every single day.
What do you say, $3 a week, $3 a month?
$3 a month, yeah.
Yeah.
Is the cheapest. That's the
Is the
cheapest.
cheapest.
That gets you in for the ad-free episodes, yeah.
How many coffees do you drink a day?
I would drink 3 coffees a day, and I don't make coffee at home.
Oh,
So I'd probably spend 15,
medium
16.
cups?
You know what? Guess what my coffee order is?
I'm going to go with a double hot mochaccino soy chai latte.
I'm going to tall black.
Jesus.
Tall black double.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a long black.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that long black because that's a power move.
It is.
But I'm actually more what Pete said. I'm an ice soy latte.
Oh, no.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
And a mate of mine, female friend, Shannon Mason, shout out to her. We go and get coffee sometimes. She gets a long black and I get an ice soy latte. And you can bet every single time that waiter gives me that long black. And
Yeah.
she corrects them and says, no, that ice soy latte is for that gentleman right there.
Does she get a dash of milk or cream in the long
No,
run?
she's hard as nails.
I've got a bad habit of ordering a cocktail, and it's always the one that comes with a little umbrella or something.
Yes.
And I'm like, I can't believe this keeps happening to me.
But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with ordering the drink you like. Like, if you want to go
Absolutely.
to a bar and get a
Thank you.
Dorian lemonade,
Yeah.
you do it.
Little
But
cruiser.
just know the bar staff are laughing at
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yes.
you. They are laughing and laughing and laughing.
Or the barista in your case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. The only thing worse is Bundy and Coke drinkers.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm a wild turkey boy.
Oh, okay.
You are
yeah,
turkey boy.
I
You're Guinness man.
I'm Guinness. I do have Bundy if it's the basic, but Yeah, I like spirit-wise, I'd be wild turkey and then maybe vodka after that.
Get in a bit of vodka.
I do like vodka.
Where's your favourite coffee shop? Are you having it at the venue? Or?
My favourite coffee shop at the moment is Heydays.
Oh, yeah, Heydays is nice.
That's just around. No, I'm thinking of something else.
Just
Flinders
up
Street,
Flinders Street,
West.
but other
Yeah.
end from where I am.
Yeah.
Heydays, love it.
Yeah,
Best
it's good.
coffee in town.
Good breakfast too
Oh,
in the morning.
I know where that is. That's down. I work near there. So
Yeah, you're just down the road.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
fairly new joint. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
nice.
that's more for the city people. I don't know about you suburbanites where you go just drive through Magus.
Just whatever trailer is on the side of the road. Nearest.
Pete's on the Red Bulls and the Monsters.
Not there's
No,
anything
he's
wrong with
not.
trailer coffee. Trailer coffee.
I feel
Hits
like
the spot.
you go in a 9 hour and just get a massive ice break.
just a
Yeah,
dare.
and a pie.
Two for $7.
I thought you were going to say
500
one of those
mil
night
dares.
owl coffees where you going up to the machine that's got its,
Yeah. Yeah.
and you got to serve yourself.
I
That's
might be a
just-
tradie. I still have class.
Okay.
No, that is classic tradie.
Yeah,
it is, yeah.
You know, it's early, the sun's coming up. You go in, you get your terrible coffee, punch a dart. You punch a dart.
Don't smoke.
I actually smoke. I'm trying to quit right now, so I don't know why I'm making fun of people that smoke because I have done that on the way home from work. I've gone home really late and I've gone to a convenience store and I get a pack of darts and like a sausage roll.
And a
And I-
750
and
mil
so-
ice break.
Yeah, I don't get the eye, but I see tradies like they're doing the same thing, and I give them a nod. You know what I mean?
We're all in it together.
We're
One of us.
yeah.
One
you,
team, one dream.
you guys get it. We're doing the same thing here.
A couple of post messages this week. Scotty Grove just signed up to our Patreon, actually, coincidentally. And he said non-Patreons are definitely missing out. And that was after the release of last week's episode. So, got to agree.
Can I throw something out there? If you can prove that you've signed on as a Patreon, I'll give you a free beer down at Molly Malone's.
Oh,
So I've just
look
paid
at
for
that.
and a beer $6-7 these days. I've just paid for your first 2 months.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Whoa.
That's
on
straight
you.
up
Yeah.
offer. I didn't tell you that, but that's what we're gonna do.
That's
awesome.
Fantastic.
Beer on
Cole.
me. Just prove that you've signed up, and there you go. So technically, Molly Malone's have just paid for your first month.
You've done
How good's
amazing.
That's easy to do. I can send you the membership list. So that's
There you go.
we can sort that
Done.
out. You can post that on the back of the bar.
And you have
Yeah.
to stay there all night.
You can't
Don't
leave.
come in for your one
Don't
beer and
come
just
in.
leave.
Yeah.
I'll boot you off the Patreon.
And it can't be on a Tuesday when you've got those massive friggin' parties.
Yeah, the crumb steaks.
You're not coming
Oh, the
in on a
crumb steak.
Tuesday.
It's crumb steak, isn't it?
$15 crumb steak with a beer.
I saw the
size
ad
of your head.
today. Yeah.
How?
Oh, look, I'm going to be honest with you. That's more giving back to the community, that offer.
Yeah.
I'm not making a lot of money.
It's
but
a bit of a
gonna
lost
say.
leader, isn't it?
It's the crumb steaks are not where you're making your cream, is it?
The crumb steaks has just been a tradition on Tuesday nights at Molly's since. Well, I went there when I was 18. to
Yeah,
get
I
a
remember
crumb
Yeah,
back
I
in
did that.
2001, I was doing
Yeah,
the same
so
thing.
it's like it's something that we're never ever gonna not do on a Tuesday.
We're
It's
going to change the night we record, eh?
Look, I know that you got
Yeah,
to
it's
move with the
right now.
times and inflation. I remember back when I was 18.
You've complained about this
2001.
before.
No, but it was ridiculous. Like, you don't know how you make money.
like
You got a
$8.
schooner, $6.50, I think.
You
back
know
in
what
those
annoys
days.
me about this,
And
bud?
it's like, holy, how are you doing a beer and a feed for $6.50? That's
Yeah,
just
but you know what
ridiculous.
annoys me? What do you pay for a coffee at McDonald's now? You'd know.
I have no idea. I go to a...
About $5.50.
It's
$6.
five. Yeah, it's about $5.50, $6. What do you used to pay for a coffee?
Yeah, $2 or $3. Yeah.
Yeah,
no
about
one
that,
ever
yeah.
complains about the big boys, did they?
I got no idea.
yeah,
I
good
don't.
point.
Support local.
I don't drink McDonald's. I go to P2C.
What's that?
What is that?
It's next to Dad and Dave's on Ingham Road.
Isn't that a dress shop?
Yeah, it's a dress shop, but they're also a coffee shop now.
I thought that was funny that you said Dad and Dave's like we all have to know Dad and
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah,
Dan Days, that's a tradition.
Yeah, that's
Well,
a traditional.
what's Dad and Dave?
Ingham
It's
Road.
like a tucker shop. Yeah, they do.
Is it
It's a
good?
little-
Yeah,
It makes-
unbelievable.
Shout out to Dad and Dave.
Dan Dave's is famous.
What, sandwiches, sausage rolls? What are we doing?
The
Yeah,
whole burgers,
Little
wraps,
Bain Marie.
Do you
hot
ever, go,
box.
do you ever go to White's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
White's is mind blowing. Those sausage
Yep.
rolls are I don't know what those ladies are doing back there, but those sausage rolls are incredible.
Yeah, they really are.
Where's White?
You've never been to White's?
I probably
Yeah,
have.
the Strand. It's opposite the Jade Apartments.
Yeah.
On, is it Warburton?
Near Tobin.
Yeah, Tobin Fish Tail.
Yeah, next door.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. No, I
Incredible.
see. I have. I've been. Is that the? It's a little convenience store as well.
Yeah, I live
So
just
have-
around the corner.
there you
It's
go. I just didn't know it
amazing.
was called Whites.
Good
So there you
pies
go.
too.
Good
pies.
produce as well.
And great salad rolls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that Italian roll they do is fantastic.
You need
And-
kickbacks from these places.
And then
Yep.
to be in fishtails, the scallops there and the grilled
That-
fish wrap is
yeah.
unbelievable.
That is my favourite fish and chip joint.
Yeah.
I love that.
Pay a
joint.
little bit, but far out. The
Quality.
quality is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Josh Elmer also said, "I'm backing Pistol to get 1 or 2 out of 8 this week with those tips." What did you get?
How'd you go?
I got the Warriors right.
Yep.
One.
And I would have had the Knights
Would've.
outright right, but I got that one right because it was a draw. And that was all
So you
I
got
got.
one.
I got
So really,
I got one.
you're lucky to have even gotten that.
No, well, Knights, yeah, well, no, Warriors were always winning that.
Yeah,
game.
yeah. What were they? 20-0 down, 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
Something stupid like.
Knights, I think it was 18-0 after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Manly, I'm going, oh, shit.
Yeah.
You got 1 from 8.
Technically 2, because you get a point because it was a 90-minute draw in Manly Knights game. So you technically everyone gets a point for that game.
So do I get a
regardless.
point because I tipped the cows? Would I get a point for that?
No,
No,
because they still lost.
But it was drawn.
tips go through a full result.
Oh,
so 90 minutes.
okay.
It
And
doesn't go up the 80.
the Manly Knights game it finished golden point and no team had scored anything. So it was a proper draw after 90 minutes.
You
Yeah.
don't see that too.
No, 2020 was the last one.
I'm surprised it was that.
Panthers Knights. I was at your house doing work.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
What do you mean doing what?
You weren't. You didn't
On
go
the
see
tools.
you didn't go see Batman just
Was he
before that?
fixing something at your house?
He fixed the whole house.
Yeah, he got flooded.
Had a flood.
So,
We had a
For a
flood
bit,
issue.
what was it? What was he fixing?
Basically rewired the whole thing.
Oh, here we go. I just rewired the whole house, top to bottom. All new switches.
Yeah,
and
Just
actually
pulled some new
was.
cable
It was
through.
a
yeah.
Two-story place
Yeah.
too. It was top to bottom.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
even
just-
want to know what he charged you.
Oh mate, it was pretty good.
It
He's still
was-
paying him.
I'm still paying it back.
That's a lie.
That's why you're on this podcast.
I'm actually still waiting for payment.
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, round 5 of 2023. And the Cowboys going down just to the Bulldogs. 14 points to 15 in Golden Points. A huge crowd at a core. 9,626. Looked terrible on TV.
Credit to those people, though.
How many were there?
9,626.
It looked like there were 10 people there.
Yeah, yeah.
Credit-
It's a giant stadium.
Credit to those brave souls that they're not the punters, not the corporate bigwigs, but credit
no.
to those souls that brave that torrential weather.
It
And,
was pissing down all day, yeah.
and it's 6:15 on a Sunday night. Like, don't you just want to be at home?
Would
Like,
you guys have gone? If it's raining like that in Townsville, are you going?
Yeah, I would.
Nah, I'll be
would.
honest, nah.
Honestly, some of my best sporting memories was back at the Fury.
Yeah.
I had a English roommate,
Yeah.
housemate, and he took me along, and
Yeah.
we would sit there in pouring rain for 2 hours,
Beating
to
the
a
drum with
team,
F Troop.
just getting blitzed by every single team, and it was fantastic. And I don't know what it was. We were in it together,
Yeah.
and I actually really enjoyed the suck of being in the rain. It was fantastic.
I don't know if I'm that committed. I'd sit in the rain. I could just watch it on TV.
Yeah,
I'll do
same.
it. I enjoy it.
And I'm one of those ones, if I'm out there and you know it's going to rain or it has been raining, I'm not wearing a poncho either. Covers up your colours.
If
You'd
I-
wear
if-
the
if-
jersey.
I wear the jersey, and I might take an Akubra hat with me as a bit of protection.
if I'm out with a bunch of mates and we're on the drink, I'll stay in the rain if everybody's in the rain. But if
Yeah.
I'm not going there by myself with kids, or,
Not with wife and kids.
No.
nah,
That's a bit,
No.
that's a bit
Your
tough.
kids will get sick.
Yeah.
sure, they'd love it.
When don't they get sick?
Kids are gross.
Not just your kids,
No,
but
no.
when don't kids get
No,
sick?
no, you're right. Just my kids.
Kids are gross.
Feels like it.
How many kids you got?
Just the two.
That's two's a lot. Just saying
I'm with
just
you.
the
I'm
two.
with you.
It's a lot of kids.
It's not that hard.
Not that hard.
Mrs. does most of the work.
Oh, we could have a parenting podcast tonight.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Morg's, Colin and me advice
Yeah.
for parenting.
We'll let you know how to do it, Rob.
Yeah, well, you know.
I got 2 dogs. It can't be that hard.
Yeah,
Nah, not much other than
It's
that.
almost
It's
exactly
basically the
the
same.
same.
I
It's
feel
basically
like
the same.
raising dogs and raising children are exactly the same.
It is 100%.
All the mothers listening to me
Yeah.
right now, I don't feel there's any difference whatsoever.
100%. You know the drama is when you're raising dogs, you've got to leave them at home with their beady eyes, like, oh, where can I come? But you get to take your kids to the restaurant.
And
Can't take Snuggles and Ruffy.
Nothing better than when people bring their small children in. It's one of our favourite things. We just love it, especially when that parent just lets that kid really go nuts. It's amazing.
And you can find
Best
Colin
night.
at Molly Malone's.
No, sometimes I actually feel
Family
bad for,
friendly.
Sometimes I feel bad for mums because like the kids are going crazy and stuff, and they probably are thinking, whatever, run away.
Which
Yeah.
night? Which
How
night
often
is
do we
it?
go out, run away, run amok,
Go
bar
your
staff look
hardest.
after you?
Yeah.
Which night's parents' night?
No, honestly, we're
It's
kid
now-
friendly.
It's Tuesdays. That's why he's here. 3 tries to 2 in that game. Jacob Preston getting over for a double, and Josh Addo-Carr at the death, I guess you'd call it. 2 tries to the Cowboys. 1 for Tommy Dearden, 1 for Tommy Chester. The Toms. It was the Tom show.
The 2 times. Should have had that in
That didn't try. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it
See,
more.
no one was home. Oh, loved it.
Yep. Eyes up footy. Ad lib. I loved it more. I had 10 on first try scorer for that, paying 23s.
Of course.
This is a heavily focused gambling show. This is a footy show.
We don't even have a bet-in sponsorship yet.
No,
That's the trouble.
Matt Burton kicking 1 from 3, and of course that bloody field goal. And Val Holmes reasonable with the boot, 2 from 2 for conversions, but only 1 from 2 in penalty goals. I bet he's ruining that
hurt.
second one.
That hurt.
Kicks that second one, and it's all.
Different story.
Yeah. Oh, look, a lot of
What do
things
you
could have
do
gone
there?
the wrong. Could have gone a different way.
Do you take the tap and because you're up
No,
by
you
4?
take that too.
Always take that. We've always taken the 2. And most
Val
teams do.
usually kicks him.
And yeah, well, he kicked like 14 straight before that.
Yeah.
But you're only going into 6 in front. It's not like you're going 8 in front.
But you then get the ball again.
Hopefully,
You take a guaranteed points.
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm a greedy 6 operator.
You would be.
That makes sense.
Why does Matt Burton not put up those bombs more? They are terrifying to watch from the TV.
I think he picks and chooses. Like you can't just go the Burton bomb every kick.
Why not?
But why not?
Why not? They're terrifying.
Well,
You're
picture
always
it-
putting pressure on the fullback then.
picture it like a video game, right? You can't just be driving your car on nitro boost the whole time. It sucks its power. So you only get a short moment where you can put them up.
Are you saying that the other team would get more and more used to taking the bomb?
No, I'm saying that positions and everything. Like he only got a couple opportunities to put that up. He was pretty kick pressured a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
That's true. He's probably got to have a bit of time to get that
Yeah.
ready.
So it's like, righto.
He's got to wind up like Super Saiyan and do the whole...
Basically, yeah. You got to
How
get
do you
Super
learn to
Saiyan.
catch a bomb like that? How do you learn?
It's got to be practice.
It's got to be practice.
I think you close your eyes and put your hands out and hope for the best.
I reckon you need
Lands.
to go out on a windy day when it's swirling and just make someone put up some bombs.
I don't know how Chester caught, like you were saying before we started recording, how Chester caught.
How he caught
Yeah.
That.
credit to him. To have that,
It
to
moved
be
away
that
from him at the
young
last
and have that
second.
much pressure.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
How can you even replicate that? Like, there wouldn't be a kicker in Cowboys that could punt it.
Yeah, that's my question.
Felty was doing some
Do
good
they get
ones.
the bully bomb thing and just
Chad Townsend put one up. That was a smaller.
not a bird?
I think he did it, not a Burton bomb, but he did it. There was a torpedo.
You need to get one of your AFL
Yeah.
boys in from like the Herman Park Tigers. Get him to punt some big.
The Bulldogs, which Molly Malone sponsor, great AFL club.
Go Bulldogs.
Go the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was that kick blew my mind, and the fact that that kid caught it stunned.
I was surprised, not surprised, but I'm glad that it didn't happen. But I was thinking that could have been a penalty to Bulldogs because Chester stayed down when he caught it. In my opinion, that's a voluntary tackle because the Bulldogs players
Didn't
stood off
touch.
and said, "We're not touching. We're
Yeah.
waiting for him to get up." And he still crawled on the ground a bit. Like, to me, that's voluntary tackle and
I
penalty
thought it
Bulldogs.
was. I thought they were going to blow it.
So did I. And you know what? If he did, I'd
think
That
be
would be
pissed.
heartbreaking.
But it
To
would,
take that catch and then do
Yeah,
that.
and then do that. But I think Josh Reynolds actually, I think it was Josh
someone
Reynolds.
might have
I
just
think he actually put a hand on him.
yeah,
How old is Josh Reynolds?
30 something.
I don't know.
I swear Josh Reynolds was playing when I was in high school.
Yeah,
like
he
he
probably-
has been playing forever.
Probably was.
But I'm only 22 this year, so that works.
Yes, sounds
You
about
are
right.
not 22
He's
this
33.
year. That is a lie.
No, so I'm 24 this year. Yeah.
With a few weeks.
So, I don't. Without ref bashing, there were a few dubious decisions in that one. I thought that the bunker made some calls.
Unbelievable ones, yeah.
There was a 20-metre restart. An early dropout,
A goal line, yeah.
which
Didn't went to rush it dead.
Yeah, and you watch it on, and I can't remember who grabbed it, but he was still in the field of play
Yep.
when he touched it. So it was a 20-metre restart.
Chester got pinged last week doing the same thing for the Titans. He picked it before the ball bounced dead because he was trying to run it back to the 20. And that was a goal line. And same thing happened, and it should have been our 20 restart, but didn't.
No. And then when Hess went up to compete for a ball, I think it was Alapati, whatever his name is, he got a hand.
Alapateo,
Yeah, he got a hand to it.
Yeah.
And you can see it on the replay. So I don't know what.
No idea
What's
what
the point of the bunker at this stage in the game? It doesn't make the right decisions even when it's slowed down.
No.
I think it's more to feed extra corruption into the ranks.
It's to help the script.
But I don't understand how they get it wrong.
No.
You can understand how a ref on the field gets it wrong. And that's a hard job what they're doing.
And absolutely, you can handle that. But when it goes upstairs and it's still a monumental basket case,
And everyone else can see it except for them.
yeah.
I think it's so they can just say, we checked it, we ticked it off, let's move on.
And they spent $2 billion on or something stupid on it, and they've got to justify it. And that's what we've pretty much been saying that since they introduced it.
And they can't get rid of it because then they admit that it's all wrong. So
Would you boys like if they got rid of it?
No, but yes.
I think
Previously, it used to be an individual video ref at each game.
Yeah, okay.
And so when that happened, you'd have a video ref calling Cowboys-Dogs game at a core stadium. And then the game before Warriors-Sharks, they would have had a different video ref there. And two people completely, the same situation would happen and two different results would go because the ref would interpret it differently.
Yeah.
I reckon you need more ex-players and
So
people who played the game.
as shit as the bunker can be, it's probably the better of the two evils.
And I think they need to roll back what they are ruling on. They're ruling on too much,
Yeah.
and sometimes not enough. I know that's
How come they can't make it like forward passes? Why can't that go upstairs?
that should be able
But
to.
I
But
don't
they-
understand why
I-
it can't.
I think they go, their excuse is camera angles, and you know how there's that whole momentum argument? You can actually
You
throw
will-
it backwards out of the hand and it'll float forwards.
If you had forward passes allowed, 95% of passes would be called up for being forward when they're actually back.
Yeah.
So let me get my head around
So
this
to-
rule.
so to
if it comes
cancel
out of
out
the
the-
hand going back, but somehow wind or whatever makes it go forward, it's back because it's coming out of the hand back.
The explanation is two players running full speed and you throw it back,
Yeah.
the ball will still move in a forward direction. So you might throw it behind the 10-metre line, say,
Yeah.
but if you're running at full speed and even if it comes out of your hand and you're throwing backwards, it'll still float forwards
Oh, gotcha.
and the person will
Yeah,
catch
I
it
gotcha.
past that 10-metre.
Yeah.
So that could be construed as a...
yeah.
And if they throw it and stop, it'll
Yeah.
still sort of...
What was that absolute shocker that got called last year as in a Cowboys game? It was against the Cowboys, I'm sure of it. Or was it?
Was it
was it a
prelim,
finals game?
The Moses forward pass.
That
in
was
prelim,
forward.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that
because I was at the
his
stadium
back
watching
was,
that.
His back was to the Cowboys line, and he's thrown the ball over his head 3
Yeah.
meters forward.
But that
and-
the whole stadium knew that was forward.
Is that when he did a spin? Did he spin there
Yeah,
as well?
yeah.
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 Yep.
That
was
But
devastating.
things like when they send it up as a try or no try, whatever. It doesn't matter if they send it up as a try or no try. So most of the time they're saying try, find a reason to deny it.
Yeah.
And the bunker goes back and goes, well, we've cleared as everyone is offside,
Okay.
onside. Why are they going back that far for a
Yeah,
start?
yeah.
Who cares if they're onside?
I just want to see the put down. That's all I'm
The
looking at.
touchy should have called, if someone was offside, the touchy should have called it when it happened, not when the bunker's looking 5
Yeah.
minutes later. They're checking, did it bobble out of his hand for a 15th of a second
Yeah.
when these guys are playing at the speed of light.
Yeah, so we'll slow it down
So we'll slow it down and watch every single frame, and if it's separated for a half second,
Which isn't
If there was
true in real time.
No, that's right.
if there was no video ref, you'd almost pay that Hess try
Yeah.
where he got a finger down. And
I paid it.
Oh, we all paid it. I
think
we
we
all paid it.
But there's momentum on the ball.
Yep.
Look, that's a try.
yeah. And it used to be...
Honestly, if I don't watch a game for a week, it feels like it all changes again, the rules.
Every week they seem to focus on something else. Yeah.
They do, and then they forget about previous things.
Yep. Drives me nuts.
Yeah. It's this is the focus this week, and we'll forget what we said last week.
Yeah.
Yep.
The only thing I agree with the bunker to a point now is doing HIAs.
Yeah. So do I.
I agree with that. They can pull that up, and that's not even the bunker. That's the independent doctor looking at their thing. But then again, get rid of the trainer doing on-field.
It's like what I said. If the
HIAs.
trainer goes out, then you may as well pull him and get him tested.
Trainer passed that Bulldogs player,
Yeah.
and then 3 tackles later, got
Yeah,
him
you're
off, and then he failed the
And then he
HIA.
failed.
Like,
So how did he
why
pass?
is that trainer allowing this person to play on? Like,
And
get
he
him
didn't
off.
look like he was good at anyway. Like from the cameras, you could tell that he wasn't right.
Yeah.
No, and he's like, oh,
And the trainer's like, "Yeah, you're good, mate."
yeah,
Crazy.
I know.
Can I ask guys, why don't they just make headgear mandatory?
Headgear does nothing for concussions.
They reckon
mate.
it doesn't help
They
at all.
reckon it
Don't,
doesn't.
it
So
only,
why are they wearing headgear?
it only prevents cuts and like abrasions.
I reckon it gives...
It must do something.
No, it's
I was
been
playing,
proven it does nothing for
I'd wear
concussion.
headgear if I was playing.
Yeah, that's more.
It does have special powers.
It does
The
have
foam padded hat.
powers.
I thought that headgear was people taking that extra protection for that.
That was believed that for a long time, but it does nothing.
I still reckon, like, if you're going to get
For a concussion. it does
tackled
nothing.
and you're going to get head slammed or your head's hitting the turf, an inch of foam padding's better than 0 padding.
It will, yeah,
You'd
but
figure.
it doesn't stop concussions. But if you're getting tackled and your head drags along the ground for 2 meters,
Yeah.
then you're not going to get your head scraped along. It's scraping your
Yeah.
headgear along the ground.
Or if you're going
You're not going to
next
get
to
studs in the
if
face.
you're going to a post or whatever, like, at least that bit of foam padding is still better than 0 padding. It's like cricket pads. You want to...
Maybe you
Yeah.
still get knocked out if you.
You're gonna wear pads or no pads when you're facing the ball. At least those pads are protecting your shins.
Slightly different, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
At
it's
least-
a
at least-
lot different.
Yeah,
But at least headgear's still
great.
protecting your head.
Nothing to do with head protection.
Pete's
there.
like an octopus. He's got a bit of a brain in each limb.
Okay.
But headgear, I'd wear it. Fucking oath.
Maybe you should wear it anyway.
Can you wear it
Maybe
next
I
week?
will.
Haven't you got?
could,
haven't
yes.
you got headgear?
Yeah.
Put it
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Maybe, but you're a young football player trying to pick up sponsorships. The headgear sort of
It's an in.
Yeah.
no, but no. What I'm saying is you can't really recognize a person when they're not in headgear. You know what I mean? Unless you're like JT or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's more about the brand. That's just a wild theory. I have nothing to back that up. There you go.
Gillette's getting on board because you're not wearing Madison. Far out.
No, I'm saying like you can't see the person's face.
No,
Don't
it's
worry
true. There's players that without the headgear, he walks down the street, you would know.
Burton. When Burton takes off his headgear, you're like,
Different guy.
That's Burton.
That's
Yeah.
bad.
But when he puts a headgear on, you're like, you get that it's Burton, but you don't see the real essence of Burton.
I feel
Maybe Burton's the new Batman.
I bet you wouldn't know Kalen Ponga if you met him in the street.
Oh,
I'd
he's got
know
a pretty
Gallagher.
recognisable head, I reckon.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's got a big knowledge.
He's in
Have a
Canada
look.
at the moment.
Yeah, I
isn't
think
he?
he's just come back from Canada for that assessment. And there's pictures of him without his headgear. And I had to look twice. Who's that guy?
Because he's got kind of ginger hair. Have you noticed
Yeah,
that? There's
yeah,
a
he
ginger
does.
tinge.
Yeah, a little bit.
But he doesn't present like a ginger in the headgear.
Maybe that explains a few
Could you
things.
pick a
Maybe
ginger
that's-
in headgear? is what
Maybe
I'm saying.
that's why
No,
he
yeah.
wears headgear.
Gingers have a certain look even without the hair. You can spot a ginger, but he doesn't have that. Bear with me on this.
Sure.
He wears headgear and you say, he's got a bit of ginger in him, and you would go, no, I don't believe you, Cole. He's got ginger in him.
Maybe that's why he wears the headgear, because Knights get a lot of day games.
Yeah.
It's a hat.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's concerned about concussions and doesn't know that they did nothing, because
Maybe.
I didn't know that
Maybe
until
it's-
10 seconds ago.
It's a little brim and a Legionnaires at the back.
Yeah, he's sun smart.
Why don't they just all wear full on? Remember the crash helmets that you used to wear when you were young? When you started
Orange
on-
ones?
Yeah, like the big ones. Why can't they all just wear them?
Because then we would change it from NRL to NFL.
Well, they reckon in America that
They still get concussions.
They still get concussions.
it's actually bad because it gives them a false sense of security. They go in harder, and it actually doesn't do anything.
They lead with their head
Yeah.
in tackles, though. too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
So,
So it's
apparently
a-
it's worse.
Yeah. Oh, way worse.
Yeah.
Well, that game, I think, for me, fell apart roughly when Lukey did his hammy. And by the way, Lukey's done his hammy if nobody knew, if you're living under a rock. So,
Do we know how many weeks?
yes, we do. I believe
I'm glad it's not his knee
it's 4 to 6.
again. Yeah, it's better than a knee.
Hell yeah. I thought he'd done his knee again.
Same here.
When Burton kicked the field goal, what happened in your household?
When Burton kicked the field goal,
Yeah.
I was already pretty cranky at that point. I just quietly shut my KO screen because I watched it on the computer, and I left the room and went outside, and the girls said, "We just heard you yelling, Daddy." And it was bedtime, so I took him to bed. And I did not. I turned off all social media. I did not want to see or talk to anybody because I get messages, and I just
What people message you and say, "Hey, did you see that loss?"
pretty much.
Hey,
What sort of friends
Who won
do you
that
have?
game? I missed it. What was the score again?
No, I generally
no,
don't
they
get
just-
that because I don't know too many Bulldogs fans, but I'll get other fans,
Broncos
friends of mine,
fans.
not necessarily, but even other Cowboys fans will be like, "Oh, that's annoying," or just whatever, and it's like I can't respond.
Yeah.
I need a clear mind.
Yes.
I don't want to get cranky at this person, so I'm just gonna cut it off.
Got it.
Can I say something might be controversial? I think that because I have this weird thing where when win or lose, if you go on the Cowboys page, it'll put up the score.
Yeah.
All right, and I have to read the comments underneath. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
It doesn't matter how
know.
busy I am at work, what's happening in my life. I'll spend maybe 2 hours on this when I should be focusing on my job.
Polishing glasses or collecting ashtrays.
I like that's what you think I do. Thank. So I'm glassing him basically. Thank you. No, but what I don't like is you got to be consistent. So 1 week, if we win, you can't say Cowboys forever, do or die.
Yes.
Doesn't matter what happens, I love them. And then the next week, you can't say I'm giving back my season tickets.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to be somewhat. You can be disappointed in a loss.
You got to stay on the
Or
ship.
you can have objective points around the loss, but you can't be one or the. You know what I mean? So there's a shout out to Cowboys fans.
Oh, don't.
Yeah.
People go
They're
hard.
fickle as sometimes.
Yeah.
And then today's post was, "Here's the team for this week."
Yeah,
And of course, I'm like you. It's a compulsion.
it is.
Oh, comments. I've got to read.
Well,
I've got to
but
read.
why?
Why
Why
do
do
I?
we?
Why, and I hate it.
Because you're not leaving that in a better mood.
No.
Never.
No,
you
not
don't.
once.
Yeah, and I get annoyed. I don't mind constructive points, but I don't like people going, "They're all losers. Let's not pay them." Like these
Yeah,
absurd
yeah.
statements.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, here's the team. Oh, player X is still playing. We've got these players waiting. This player should be here. This player should
Yeah.
be there. This player should be there. And you look at the profile, and I've got to resist clicking on it, going, "Who are you?"
But do they think in their head that Todd Payton's going, "Oh, Stephen, boys, come in here for a second. Can we contact this gentleman?"
He knows something.
This diesel fitter from Kerwin could be the next Wayne Bennett, and we've missed out. We need to bring him
We got to
in.
get him on board.
Who is this guy?
Some of them must think that.
But why do I have to read the comments? I can't not read the comments, and it just makes me annoyed.
It's like, have you read Text the Editor?
No.
I used to. I used to. I don't anymore.
Exactly, it's the same thing. Where
It's
I
a
work,
dumpster
we
fire.
get a summary of Text the Editor,
Oh, that'd be
especially if
fun.
it's relevant to main roads,
Yeah.
which is where I work.
Yeah.
And it drives. It's just
Well,
You've
why
got
do
to
you get a
take-
summary?
anything that's in the media that has to do with main roads. Everyone in main roads gets
Everyone's got an opinion on the
because
roads.
exactly
Yeah.
Is it all
Why
about people
hasn't this
waiting at red
pothole
lights?
on Bayswater Road been fixed yet?
potholes, anything to do.
I had to wait 2 minutes on an arrow.
How much the Bruce Highway is a death trap.
Oh well, that's weekly for you. I mean,
Yeah, that's...
But that is true. If you go over a pothole, right, it could have just you could have just had rain or something like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
last night. You always go bloody council.
get on the snap send soul.
Yeah.
Stop having your dart and icebreak.
Brings me to my next point. Everything Townsville Everything Townsville, that Facebook page.
good page.
I seen one the other.
No.
Where do
Good
I get
page.
guitar lessons? Type it in Google.
Yeah.
Guitar lessons.
Yeah.
It will even
Yes.
say, you didn't even put Townsville. It'll find your location. Guitar lessons.
Some
Look,
of the stuff on that page is amazing.
but why are you going on everything Townsville to ask questions
So good.
that you could just
Yes.
Google? It
Just Google
bothers
it.
me.
I
It's the
like-
same people commenting from the team sheet of running everything Townsville.
Can someone recommend me an electrician who doesn't cost an arm and a leg? Doesn't
No.
you look for no,
And
but-
can rock up on time. No.
or at all, but doesn't cost an arm and a leg is a phrase that is
Yeah.
repeated on every
Yeah.
second question. Like Townsville Q&A is one of the other Facebook pages.
I have to get on this now.
Yeah.
Townsville Q&A.
Townsville questions and answers.
Oh, what are some of the questions?
It's like everything Townsville, only
On
it's pretty much
steroids.
exactly the same.
But you know what? Again, I have to read the comments.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't know what it is.
I'm obsessed with reading the comments. Like when somebody says, "Where do I get guitar lessons?" This isn't some obscure harp, or you know what I mean. You would just type in guitar lessons, and
is.
it would bring you up anything.
But
you
when
need
you
to
read
find.
that, you're not interested in guitar lessons.
no,
Like
no,
you've got to read the
I
comments
have
and-
to read.
But now all of a sudden I want to get the six string out and fucking do some.
No, I have to read someone that writes, and they tag someone in. Oh, Stephen, you play guitar, and then Stephen writes underneath. I don't give lessons.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we writing this?
I kind of then want to know, who is this? Who is the
I
best
have to know
instructor in Townsville?
if they got guitar lessons.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
like how? Come
back and tell us.
what happened
Yep.
with this.
Do you-
You know
do-
what I mean?
Do you follow up?
Half my day is spent just wondering about these.
Does it just every now and then? So did you get your lessons?
I've never commented.
You need to
ever.
start there.
That's my gripe at the moment, and my other gripe is this has nothing to do with football. I don't even know why you listen anymore. But this is when you go up to a pedestrian crossing, right? So you're crossing the pedestrian crossing. You get your run on, yeah. You don't run, but you let the driver know that thank you for stopping. You don't have to put your hand up.
I always do it.
But what I mean is, you don't slow down.
Yes.
I had a guy the other day on the phone,
Yep.
and sort of stopped on the phone. That's not. This is a society.
Yep.
We all have a contract that we're honouring here.
Speed up.
And when you hit the pedestrian crossing,
You do that fake little jog.
yeah, you're not
Yeah.
actually moving any quicker,
Yeah.
by the way.
You-
But you
you
just
just
sort
canter.
of act like, hey, like I know you've stopped.
Yep.
I'm going to get my move on here.
Yep.
If you slow down,
Yeah, you're a dog.
you're breaking the fabric of
Yes.
this contract we call society.
Democracy's falling down.
I can't
Man,
deal.
there's so many things like this.
Pedestrian crossing.
Do you watch Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah.
Yeah. Season 12.
Everything he does, I wish I could do in real life.
Yeah, I had a curb moment a few weeks
Really?
ago. I was coming back from Brisbane, and a good mate of mine, Henry Bratz, he's on the radio.
Yeah.
He never shuts up. And he sat next to me on the flight. So it was Brisbane to Townsville. And I thought, I love Brett, by the way, but I'm not talking to anyone for an hour and a half.
How
right
many
next to me.
mini spirit bottles?
No, it was just, I had this thought of like, it wouldn't matter who it was. I don't want to talk to you for an hour and a half. What are we talking about? It's a flight.
Yeah.
And I said to him, do you mind if we just not talk? We talked
Yeah.
for like 15 minutes. And I
Don't feel like you have to.
I had that's what it is. I didn't want the forced thing. And you know what? And gracefully it speaks volumes of the man. He went, I'd like that. And we put on our headphones.
That's why you're friends.
And he dropped me home.
Fist bump.
Yeah, that's it.
See
Because
you in an hour and
imagine
20.
if you had to sit there for an hour and a half of forced conversation when it's like late at night, it's a late flight. You just want to listen to your podcast and drift off. Anyway, football.
It's a good point.
That was a
It's
good
point.
roundabout.
I just real quick on that. I once tried not to do a stop and chat. You know,
Yes.
in stockies.
Yeah.
So I deliberately just like burnt this person. Just didn't stop. Just gave a head nod and didn't actually stop like you always do. And it got back to me, but I didn't do a stop. and
But
chat.
where do you define that in the relationship? Like, where is someone a head nod versus stop and chat? Because I've stopped for a stop and chat and just got a head nod, and I can tell you,
Oh, that's bad.
you will
Yeah.
never ever
Yeah.
forgive that person.
There's
Doesn't
a guy
matter
who
what
does that to me in town. I know him, but when I see him in town, he pretends he doesn't know me. So he'll come
Does
over
he
and
give
say
you the
hi.
head nod?
No, he'll come over and say hi, but then he acts like he's ready for a chat, and then he just walks off.
That's a power move.
Like, what is this?
That is a power move.
That's an absolute power.
Ninja
Twice in a
vanish.
fortnight.
That's the same guy that stopped at the pedestrian crossing.
I bet it would be.
Yeah. They're the same,
Oh,
man.
Grinds my gears.
What's worse on the stop and chat is that you're there and you're right, I'm going to go now. Yeah, me too. And you end up going in the same.
And so one has to slow down.
Oh, actually, no, I've got to go to the. I've got to put my lotto in.
Oh, hang on, I'm just getting a call.
Or you end up stopping at like the weirdest shop, like a florist, just like looking around.
Yeah, Jabras, that'll do.
So
Yeah,
true.
but they walk into the same one.
So true.
All right, 3, 2, 1s from that game. I have given 3 points to one Val Holmes, who gave 110%. You can't give more than 100%. There's only 100. Anyway, 110% in every play he was there. Tommy Dearden, I gave 2 points, who gave 120%, which you'd think you'd give him 3 points, but I didn't. Makes no sense. I don't know. I'm making it up as I go. Is that obvious? And 1 point I gave to Helam Lukey, who before he did his hammy was, again, it was like the week before. It's like he never left. And I thought he did his knee, and unfortunate that the hammy went instead, but probably a good thing that it's not his knee.
Yeah, when he was limping off, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I feel for the bloke. Like, it's funny, I wasn't worried about the team because we've got the depth. Although that's about when it felt like the game turned, because we had all that shuffle on the right edge. Like Dunny came on, and then Riley Price got to debut pretty much straight after that as well. And that right edge sort of felt a bit.
Who's that big Kiwi that we got now?
Big Griffin knee.
Griffin name.
Yeah,
I love
the
him.
dragon, yeah.
I love him.
Stop
Red
looking
Dragon.
at my points.
Oh no, I just really like the guy, and I like the fact he's a New Zealander, but doesn't look it.
Ayatoa Roa.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, continue.
All right, Morgs, you go.
I went 3 points for Dearden, week in, week out. I'm just the biggest Dearden fan in the world. 2 points I went Robson. He did as usual. 1 point I went Hess. I thought Hess had a really good game.
He does a lot off the ball.
Yeah, just
lot.
work rate, effort,
Kick
heart.
chase.
Yep.
Does
He's
he
always
look
there.
like fitter as well?
I think
Do you
so.
think he's fitter?
He
Yeah,
is.
ever since midway
Apparently
through
he's
last
one of the
season.
fittest guys in the club.
He looks super fit.
He's a beast. He just keeps going. I just had a look. He only did. I was surprised. He only did 68 minutes. I thought he did more.
68.
I reckon he could have done more.
68 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 68's good, but I reckon, he probably could have done a bit more. But I gave 1 point to Hess. And I did have a couple little shout outs, but I don't really have many more. So, but I reckon overall the team, I think pretty solid.
Very good. Pistol.
Yeah, I've got Tommy Dearden for 3. Eyes up footy, the first try, chip and chase, 230 in the skyrocket. Thank you, Tommy.
That's why I got 3 points.
Yeah.
Pat Hickory for 2. The hands are silky. He did good couple of pickups and runs and defence as well. Like I like Pat. And 1 point Cole just mentioned, but I'd Griffin Neem. Just ran like a bastard and had a crack all night. Heaps of honourable mentions as well. Hess, like you said. Val missed out because he didn't hit the penalty goal.
I reckon Chester. I would have put Chester in too.
Chester, yeah.
Oh, he's gutsy. I'll give him that.
And
He
Brendan-
went up for a competition there and smashed his chest, and for about the next 4 or 5 sets, he was holding.
Where's
it.
he from, this Chester?
He's a Townsville local.
Yeah.
And what do
He's
we do with
country
him
tough.
around Drinky?
He's on the bench now.
Yeah, he's coming in on the bench.
Hey, he's a buy.
Yeah. He is a boy.
Yeah, he's got hair like you as well, Pete.
I like it. Yeah.
I thought
The
you'd
Last
lost that
Samurai.
hair.
That's
Yeah.
the other way around. Pete's got hair like
That's
that.
a lie.
true.
That is a lie. I've had my hair longer than Chesty has.
I bet you haven't.
I have. Brandon Elliott was a good standout too. I liked him on the wing.
That's fair.
You lost Talangi and he came in as if, holy hell, this is...
He's
a professional.
He was solid last year when he filled in.
Yeah.
Over through Origin, I think it was.
He put his hand up for tough carries, didn't shirt away from anything. I like what we've got there with him.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Riley?
Riley Price.
Riley
Didn't
Price.
get much ball, but when he did, he wasn't too bad. Defensively, I think probably he needs a bit more experience.
Needs a bit of work, yeah.
Can I say something? I think he looks like his dad.
Oh,
Is that a fair enough point?
it's pretty close.
He looks like his dad.
Which
He
one,
does.
the radio Steve Price or the former 40 Steve Price?
Yeah, the radio.
The radio.
Is
Yeah.
Steve Price still on the radio?
Yeah.
Funny you mentioned that. I was listening to Triple M somehow today because I was waiting for a podcast to load, and he was the DJ still.
He's enthused in the morning about living in North Queensland.
Loves it.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so.
My father loves Steve Price. Loves him.
Oh, good on him. He's
Shout
an
out to Dave
icon.
Leake, who doesn't know what a podcast is. And I would try and explain it to
Anything
him.
bad you want to say about your dad behind his back while he's not listening? Coming to the pub more. Tight ass.
He lives in Brisbane, actually. He's got his own pub.
Well, Colin, can you manage 3 points?
All right.
3, 2, 1s.
Mine's 3 points for Chester. I think this kid...
You remembered his name, which is a handy.
Thanks for bringing that up.
No worries.
I just keep thinking the kid with long hair at the back. Nah, coming in for drinking the way he's played, very impressed. Like him. And catching that ball at the end, I just can't get over it. The balls of the kid. My next one is more just because I love him, is Jake Granville.
Yeah, right.
I love Jake Granville. I love when he comes on. I love being at the stadium when he comes on because he's a fan favourite. I always feel like something's going to happen.
He put a good hit on too late.
Did anyone see that hit?
Yeah.
Dropped him.
Yeah.
Cut him in half, yeah.
He doesn't shy away from anything.
I really like Jake Granville.
And
Always have.
playing out of, instead of being that dummy half, he's more of that. He's in the battle. He's in the trenches.
Correct. And his hair's incredible.
Yeah.
Again, he's the last samurai.
Yeah, he is.
Should
Well,
be
you'll
more
be happy.
long-haired people.
You'll be happy he's back this week.
Me and my mate call Reuben Cotter the sandwich. You want to know what?
The
Yeah.
sandwich.
Have you ever had a Reuben sandwich? It's the best sandwich you can eat.
Yeah.
You can use that
Yes.
on your show from now on.
That's good.
You can call him the sandwich.
Sandwich.
And then Dearden just for that try. Loved it.
Yep. Did you get on him first try score as well?
I don't gamble, Pete.
Oh.
It's not something I really want to get into there.
Sounds
Good
like
man. Stay away from it.
a reformed addict.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, move right. We will move right along from that one. And round 6 is this week. And it's a home game. The Cowboys in 14th hosting the Dolphins, who have slid down the ladder. They're now in 7th, having dropped a game or two. And it's this Friday night at 8 p.m. of all times.
Yeah.
Is
Now,
this,
a little clarification on this one, if I may, before you go, Pete. Most establishments cannot serve drinks on Good Friday.
So the law is that on Good Friday, the primary purpose is food. So
Yes.
you can only really have a drink if you're consuming food.
Right. This is a discussion I had today. So, what kind of, given it's a home game on a Friday night,
Yeah.
is that a bit like
It's painful.
bit
The
shit
thought that
for you
it's
and-
the first Dolphins game in Townsville and
Yeah.
put it on Good Friday is because it'll be a huge game.
it's
So-
the predictions are a sellout? Yeah.
What everyone's doing is, every venue on Flinders Street basically will be opening up at 12 a.m. on the dot. That's what we're doing.
Yep.
So I actually don't know what you're going to do in between the game and
Yeah.
hitting a pub, but I know the stadium might be staying open later.
That'd
So
be
you can
good
drink,
idea.
because you can drink normally at the game.
does that shit
Yeah,
you
right.
off as
Different liquor
a,
license.
as a publican? Yeah,
Very
how
much
they
so.
can. How it's one rule for one and one for the other.
And Queensland's the only state that still has this Good Friday, have to be consuming food. It's more of a religious style. Most states have lost this years
But
ago.
if they're going to do that, would they have to go the full hog and not serve steaks either? It has to just be fish.
No, that's the thing. You can, but by law, it has to be a meal. So you can't go and get a pack of chips, for example, or you have to eat it with a knife and
That was
a
going
fork.
to be my loophole.
Yeah.
But could you get a plate of hot chips?
Would you eat it with a knife and fork?
Pete doesn't mind eating his
If
pizza.
you give me a
with
knife and fork, I will.
Well, you could get pizza.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe you could argue
Slice
maybe
of
hot
pizza, knife
chips.
and fork. Good to go.
But yeah,
So
it's a bummer
Yeah. Yeah.
because football games are big nights, especially in the city. So
For,
kind of hoping people do sort of
Hang about.
stay at the ground, perhaps have a drink, loiter in the streets. I don't know what you're going to do,
Take
but
it.
at 12 a.m. every venue's going to open up.
take a hip flask in and just
Don't take it.
we can't endorse that.
take a little 200ml bottle in and then just wait until the 12 a.m.
Did you just take a hip flask in when you were younger to the old stadium?
Younger.
No, I mean,
I take those little mini 50ml rum bottles though and just burn them when I'm finished with it.
but you remember going to the
I
old...
don't do that.
Remember when you're in high school and you went to the footy games and you just walk around aimlessly with
Yeah,
your
just
friends?
do laps.
Why did we
Never
do that?
did that.
Never
I
did
never
that.
did
I used
that.
to. I used to.
You never did that.
No.
You just
I
see
saw
who
it.
you know.
I saw everyone do that.
why?
I sat
did
on the
it.
hill and watched the game.
We used to
course
do it at
you
the Crocs too. We'd just walk around that inner ring And we'll just do laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, why do we do that?
And then when you
Stupid.
come around for the fourth time, you go, look at these clowns.
Because you'd be dressed up. You're looking for people you know in the audience and the crowd. Maybe you want to meet a chick or something.
Yeah, you're walking past girls.
yeah,
and,
what a
and
place
politely
to meet.
waving.
What a
What a
place,
place
yeah.
to meet chicks.
Who here went to the first Cowboys game? No. I did.
Oh, awesome.
Don't
On the
think I did.
hill with
How
my
was it?
father. I
That'd be
can't
cool.
even remember. I
Doggies.
was quite young. But Laurie Spina was amazing. And then I think we got flogged for like the first 3 years, didn't we?
Yeah, for the first
8 or 9.
9.
No Dolphins.
No Dolphins.
No Dolphins.
People are saying Dolphins top 4.
Oh, that could be a little bit
They got,
optimistic.
yeah, no.
I'm
Anyway.
happy to go top 8.
Well, have a look at the team. The Cowboys this week, a little bit of a shuffle thanks to those injuries. Jordan McLean actually did a bit of a hammy as well. It must have been a grade 1 or something. It's 1 or 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks for Jordan McLean as well. So returning in fullback this week,
Yes.
it's young Scotty Drinkwater.
Number 1 on the roulette wheel.
Number one in our hearts. Kyle Felt, Val Holmes, Peter Hicku, Brendan Elliott, Tommy Dearden, Chad Townsend, Mitchell Dunn is starting at prop. Reece Robson, Ruben Cotter is back.
The sandwich.
The sandwich is back.
You know who else sells Reubens? Molly Malone's.
Oh, dude.
Really?
Coincidentally.
Coincidentally. Come in and try the Reuben.
I love a
And,
Reuben. Good pastrami?
Fantastic. The
I'm
best. Better than Otto's. You heard it. No, I actually can't back. Otto's do delicious Reubens.
Not as good as
Not
Molly's.
as good as Molly's.
Not as Molly's.
Far be it from me to comment.
I'll comment for you.
Otto's don't give Reubens with a side of chips.
Yeah, I think you get a side of chips, don't you?
No,
you
pay
pay
extra.
extra.
You pay extra.
Bloody rip off.
Yeah, yours
Merchants
comes with
all of them.
yours comes all on the same plate.
You're open at different times. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's all good. I support local.
Exactly. Cohen Hess, Griffin Neem, and Jason Taumalolo rounding out the starting squad. Off the bench is Jake Granville. Tommy Chester has earned his 15th spot. Jermaine Toner Brown, geez, stumbled that name. And then Riley Price at number 17.
That is
So
a light bench.
feels a little light, doesn't it?
It's a
Feels a little light.
What do they do with Chester? Like, where do they run him now?
Well, apparently he can play pretty much any back line.
Yeah. Okay.
He debuted last year as in the front row.
No.
Or- yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's not possible.
Yeah, he came on as an interchange for.
He's your size.
Yeah, but we're built strong.
Yeah,
Country
okay.
tough.
You're from, like, Kerwin.
Yeah.
Cranbrook. Back in the day. Country tough.
Cattle stations out there? What's
yes.
going on
Yeah.
in Cranbrook that I don't know
was.
about?
There was.
Edge of town.
There was a farm back there.
It's Cranbrook.
Yeah,
You've got to
the back
defend
of the
yourself
river.
at least.
Yeah.
So
It's not Eatley.
Bronx.
No.
No.
it's not far.
Trigaster-
It does border it.
Trigaster Street, Vincent.
Yes. The Dolphins are lining up with Hammer at fullback, Jermaine Osaka, Ewan Aiken, Branko Lee, and Edric Lee. The Lee brothers.
The Generals.
Totally look like brothers too. Cody Nikarima at 5'8", and Isaiah Katoa at halfback.
Oh, that'd be good for my fantasy. I've had Cody Nikarima on my fantasy.
You would have.
Yeah, because I could not afford anyone else, and I've had him in there, and he has not played a game yet.
No.
What's going on with this half they bought? He played for Brisbane. I can't remember his name, but I should remember.
Milford.
Yeah, where's Milford?
He's
He
done
did his hamstring last
But I
week.
heard it's just because he wasn't fit.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of form issue. Didn't have the right attitude.
There you go, under Wayne Bennett.
And then he played last week and did his hammy.
Yep.
How much did they pay for him?
Probably too much.
Probably-
600?
Probably overs.
There you go.
I'm just guessing.
know.
It might not have been that.
But when was the last time he played good footy?
2015.
He took him through to the grand final. He was in that grand
Yeah.
final too.
Yeah, that's about it.
That 15-16 period was his peak.
And then he followed.
He
did
did play. He did play good in Canberra.
Did he?
He continued that on,
Yeah.
and then he got the $1 million a year contract for 4 years. And after I think the grand final of 15, and then
Yeah.
I've got me bickies. I can just
Yeah, pretty much.
chill back. That's what it seemed like on the outside.
Yeah, we don't know. Jesse Bromwich as captain, Jeremy Marshall-King, Herman Esse, Kenny Bromwich, Connolly Lemuelu, and unfortunately Tom Gilbert.
We miss him.
Did you say Hammer was named at fullback?
Hammer is fullback,
Yeah,
yes. Jared Wallace, Mark Nichols, Ray Stone, and Kurt Donahoe. off the bench.
Do you think we should have done more to keep Hammer?
Gilbert.
Yes and no.
Yes,
Gilbert?
and no, because no, but Gilbert was moving for family reasons. He was moving regardless.
Oh, yeah, but if I was going to pick one of the two, I'd take Gilbert.
You'd take Gilbert.
Yeah.
Hammer was all right, but
He's
I don't
playing well.
yeah, but he never really went too well at fullback for us. He was okay.
Yeah, not compared to Drinky.
Yeah.
God no.
And he obviously wants to be a fullback.
Hammer kept Drinky out of the side for 4 weeks until he did his injury.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
what Drinky just got the chance and you couldn't drop Drinky for it.
Yeah.
And then when you're playing behind, even in that back line, you're playing behind Muzz Talangi played Origin. Felty's just a solid gun.
Yeah.
Pet and Val, like it's pretty hard to break into that back five.
We got to get any concerns playing the Dolphins? Like they've been going half decent,
Aren't they the oldest forward pack in the league?
are they?
Yeah, I believe they are.
They could be.
I suppose because the Bromwiches. Although
My
Connolly,
concern just
Connolly
in
and
general is
Gilbert.
our defence. It just doesn't seem to have the same intensity as last year.
No,
Would you agree or disagree?
I'd agree.
I'd agree, and I think I said it the other week. I think our fitness is still a little lacking.
Yeah, like they didn't come back of this off-season and look as fit.
No,
No.
They looked fitter towards the end of last year than they did coming back of this off-season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're improving, but yeah, you're right. The first, what is it? What are we round 6 now?
Yeah.
We're only just sort of starting to come. Like we should be. This should be round 1 in fitness wise.
Yeah. They didn't go up that hill enough.
Apparently they
Have you
didn't do
been
it
up
much.
that
Of
I've
it.
been
mate.
going up that hill 3-4 times a week. Thanks for
Yeah,
asking.
they are.
That's how you lose 9 kilos.
Nearly 9 kilos. I've been
Yeah.
going up that hill, and I have not seen a cowboy player yet.
All right.
It's a sign.
So
I passed Matt Scott the other week on the Strand walking.
Matt Scott's, I've met him numerous times, and I can honestly say he's one of the nicest people. He's such a nice guy.
Get him on.
I don't have Matt Scott's number.
Oh, if you could chase that up for us, that'd be great.
I'll
If you can look into
I'll actually give it to everyone on here.
the defence it looked better against the Dogs. That was a wet track as
Better,
well.
but
That was
also
heavy
the
track.
Dogs. Fifth tackle options for the Dogs. They looked a little lost at times.
I don't think the Dogs played fantastic.
No.
All Dogs did was bring it wide to Addo Carr and we had a compressed edge defence.
I think
But last year, there would be 4 guys
Yeah,
pushing him
yeah.
out. Like, it was an intense defense.
Yeah.
You're proud to watch that. I just think it's a little bit slack.
Yeah.
It feels that way, yeah.
I think last year was the first time being a Cowboy supporter that you would be confident in your defence on goal line. Like
Absolutely.
Even when we won the grand final, like it was just every time a team would attack, still you're like, ooh, this isn't it. But last year you knew that, yep, we've got this.
Yeah, no matter how close they were.
No
It
matter
was an
what
intense
happened.
defensive
But
line.
even this year, it's like, this is a lottery. They may score, they may not.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think they come back and then they just don't have that intensity?
Don't know.
Do you think it's something that they need to build on
Is
during the year?
Is it an attitude? Are they a bit high on their own supply?
I think
yeah.
I don't think it's that. It might be a little bit, but I think it's a little the shake up in the squad. We haven't really had the same players
Yeah.
week in, week out. So there's a few injuries there, and we were underdone in the first 2 or 3 weeks, I think, fitness-wise, like I was saying.
Yeah.
I think that's contributed. A few injuries.
It is true.
I don't think attitude is an issue.
I think when Hammer got injured last year after round 4, that was the first injury. Then we had Drinky. Like, we basically kept the same 17. You might have had to change 1 or 2 here or there. I know Cotter went out before Origin 2 and
We didn't really have the suspensions
whatever,
either.
but
Yeah.
you're only replacing one player with another. Whereas this, like, that Bulldogs game, we had Drinky suspended, Muzz Talung's out, Tamo was out, Cotter was out, Nanai was out. Like
Also, I don't think under Todd Payton they would ever build up a poor attitude. Like, I don't know Todd Payton, but haven't seen him in interviews and things like that. He just doesn't strike me as letting the team build like a sense of arrogance.
He wouldn't accept it.
No,
You wouldn't think.
I just don't
wouldn't
see
think that.
him
One
as
of
a coach.
one of his phrases is they don't accept dickheads, or they don't
Yeah.
tolerate dickheads. So
Yeah.
if your ego gets too big, I dare say he'd have a pretty good way of knocking that on the head.
He's come to the pub before. Can I say one of the most polite orderers I've ever met? When he orders drinks, was super polite. I don't think he knows he's Todd Payton. Probably the most handsome head coach in the NRL. He's handsome, man. Would you agree or disagree?
He's
Top
a
eight.
good-looking
Who's-
guy.
I agree.
Is there any better looking head coach
He
in
does
the
have
NRL?
mesmerising eyes.
Yeah.
He's an 80s villain. Like, you know how he just
Ming
has...
the Merciless.
Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Thunderbirds.
Yeah, I love him.
Our so back on our defensive, we've conceded 99 points so far, which the Eels have conceded 124, Raiders 136, Tigers 132, for instance. They're the three other teams lower than us on the ladder. So we're not conceding that many points. I mean, those higher on the ladder are doing better, but we're probably 99 points would probably put us, if you just went on against, is definitely top 8
Yeah.
in defensively, but we're lacking in scoring this year
Yeah.
compared to last year.
Mm.
We don't seem to have that pizzazz.
Yeah.
And that may be why you're saying like the defense looks off, but a strong offense makes a great defense,
True.
Well, you kind of need both, but
and a strong defense stands for a great offense.
yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's cliche, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very
Eh?
cliche. Is that something you say at indoor on a Wednesday night?
It would be.
We say defense wins football games. We're playing cricket, Pete.
Can I bring up another point? What was everyone's thoughts on Ivan Cleary with the? Did you see the press conference?
Oh, I didn't see that. I've read and heard enough about it since.
I was listening to Paul Kent's rant, who is a frequent ranter,
He
but
is.
he was saying basically no good, and I disagree. I think that
Fair
he
game.
defended his player.
Yeah, fair game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, the game screams out for personalities,
But
and
he-
and we
Paul
want to
Kent-
have people say it as it is, and then when they do,
yeah.
oh, let's ridicule him for saying what we wanted to hear anyway. Like, come on.
And the other thing is, there's shows like 360. So the types you think Paul Kent, James Hooper,
Yeah.
all those
Buzz,
Buzz.
man.
all those journalists,
Yeah.
they're feeding off each other to create their own stories
Yeah.
It's all
to get
clickbait.
clicks.
Yeah, that show is just, you know, like that's the Real Housewives for men. Like you just want the drama, you want the
Yes.
gossip, and they have to have opposing viewpoints. They can't all get on there and go, great point, moving on, because it'd be boring. But what I objected to was Paul Kent sat there last Origin time saying, you know, there's no fire in it, nobody's really going at each other. And then Ivan Cleary does sort of have a dig, which I found quite funny. And then he blows up because he's mates with Ricky Stewart.
Yeah.
Paul Kent, if you're listening, not a fan.
Yeah. Not a fan.
No, actually, I don't mind Paul Kent.
Welcome on the show anytime, Kenty. I'm going to hashtag Ask Kenty. No.
No,
Is that rain?
I think so.
could be.
I love
Passing
that.
down.
I love
Just
that
open
Desperate
those
Housewives
louvers
call
up,
out.
see if it's raining.
Pissing down here.
I think it is.
Here in sunny Mount Louisa. How good is that? So, Cowboys have announced the signing of one Emma Manselman.
Is that any relation to the trainer?
You would think so. She's a Townsville local.
Yeah.
So, I have a feeling that she is,
Affiliated with horses.
sorry, not Townsville. She's from Mackay. So, I
Oh,
don't know,
yeah.
but there'd be
Manselman's,
Manselman.
yeah, she's
Mackay or McKay? What are you saying there?
Mackay.
Mackay.
Okay.
Are you a Mackay operator?
You better not be.
I know some locals and they insist you say McKay.
Nah.
Well, there's
Right in, I want to know if it's McKay or
there's
Mackay.
something wrong with them.
Can you text in if it's at Mackay or Mackay?
I'm pretty
It's
sure if you're
Mackay.
from Mackay, you call it McKay. And then if you're not from Mackay, you call it Mackay. I'm
No,
pretty sure
right,
that's
no,
the case.
right.
And by pretty sure, I spoke to one person from Mackay once.
I'm pretty
So
sure that
that's
no one
100%
ever actually.
survey.
I've never-
Survey says.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure no one ever actually calls it Mackay
But you've heard the term McKay.
I've heard it.
because we're talking about it.
But you've heard it being referred to as McKay?
I have.
Not in, if you're just talking and someone goes, oh, yeah, they're from Mackay. I've never heard that.
You've
I've heard-
never heard that?
It's
I've
always
heard
someone
Southerners.
who knows someone's ex-roommate half removed who
That's what it was for me.
who knows.
That
who
you
says
say
McKay.
But
McKay.
that's the same as saying, do you call it Target or some bullshit thing like
Target.
Target? It's Target.
I don't think no, but Tajay's like the funny.
There's no
Target.
hyphen or apostrophe over the G or
No, but
E.
you're
That's
confused.
the joke.
Yeah, that's the joke
That's
that
the
you're
joke.
saying. You're trying to get
Well,
this.
this boy's not laughing.
Fancy.
It's like saying we're going to Big Wa.
Oh,
I've
right.
never heard that. I'm going to use it, but I've
That's
never
my
heard
thing.
it. Big wa.
And command.
Or cuffs.
Cool. Thank you. See?
What was that one?
KFC. Cuffs.
Oh, okay. See, okay, I missed that.
The Colonel.
Do you
right.
call it HJs or Hungry Jacks?
Hate shows.
Oh, bit of both.
Hungry
I
Jacks,
suppose-
because I don't feel like I'm abbreviating it if I say HJs. It takes just as long to say HJs as it does to say Hungry
I
Jacks.
might say hungry.
You're not that busy?
Oh, no.
I sometimes say Burger King. Because it is. It's Burger King.
Do you say Burger King?
Sometimes. As more of a joke. But people know what I'm talking about. But
McDonald's or Macca's?
Macca's.
Macca's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the Aussie.
Yeah.
You a Big Mac and a quarter pounder, right?
Red Rooster or Red Rooter?
Red Rooter.
Red Rooter?
Yeah.
Rooster.
Except when I'm talking to my kids.
What do you call Subway? Has Subway got anything? Subbers?
Subs.
Yeah,
You want some
subs?
subs?
Subway's dropped off, hasn't it?
Oh, I don't think so.
I don't go there much.
Hey, Subway used to be
Subway's
a great
the
experience.
guy.
Don't do much.
I don't care for Subway anymore.
Don't do
Yeah,
much
but-
fast food.
I've not had Subway
You're
in a very long
more.
time.
You're more away from that stuff. You're into the whites and the autos of the world.
I can't recommend white sausage rolls enough. You reckon they'll give me some free sausage rolls?
They should.
Have you tried their Rogan Josh lamb curry pie? Oh,
I have not.
get around it.
What? That's not a middle of the day snack.
Pete's on you.
So,
So, oh, this is good.
Shout out to Whites.
Burping all day long going, oh,
Oh, wouldn't want that and hit some sort of job site, would
it's
you?
good though.
Yeah.
tipping comp. And the ladder this week. Okay.
ladder.
It's-
Yeah, no, I haven't asked him.
All right, yeah, all right, we'll move on from there. So the tipping comp this week, well, not much change in the ladder really. Potaton is still leading the main competition on 38 points, having used all three jokers. Chocky Milk in second place, Trax Bets in third, having used their second joker. iBirds the word in fourth, Get to the Kick in fifth. Bronx take the emoji 8 with the line and the D. But now up the question marks. So I don't know what that stands for. But anyway, cool.
Some creative names.
Up the
there.
Phins? No,
There's some
Phins
good
are-
ones.
Oh, yeah, they're great. This is my favourite section. I get to read out some of these names. Hessen Dearden, it's Guy Love. That's one of the names. Mr. T and Murdoch. Bag of Python Seed. Pistol Lover
Pythons.
Pistol Lover 997. 60 Nanoing. Reggie Bacon,
That's
Graham
pretty
C 89. Red Hot Richie is there in 29th spot. Chief Cowboy in 32nd. Where have we got? Fuck Off is in 39th.
That's unoriginal.
No, but I just love that name. I read it out every week for the last 3 years. I don't. That's the name I go to. Our Swiss correspondent, Swiss Cowboy, is in 42nd spot, having used their joker to catch up a little bit. Mariba Messiah in 44th. Village, Missing an Idiot in 50th. I only got 4 this week, so I don't know where I am even sitting. Yeah, look, it wasn't a great week. Wasn't a great week. What did you get, Pistol? 0?
2.
2. And
2.
that's because of the draw.
And
Well,
a charity point.
Knights got robbed.
Sure.
I would have won that. Knights should have. Yeah, that's a true win though.
Indeed. Yeah. Well, so Josh was right, really.
Yeah, look, I'm
One
trying
or
to
two.
enter my tips in here at the moment.
I can see that. It's why your phone's buzzing.
I'm going to be in a world of hurt this week as well, I think.
Well, NRL Round 6 kicks off this Thursday night, the 6th of April at Amy Park. The Storm are $1.77. They're hosting the Roosters, who are currently $2.05, which is interesting, given that the Roosters are higher on the ladder. But, hey, is what it is. Who wants to kick it off this week? Pistol?
I'll have a dig. Yeah,
Have
I've
a go.
gone Storm by 7.
It's by 7.
Yeah.
You reckon a cheeky field goal?
No, I reckon it'll be a draw, but then they'll kick a field goal with like a minute to go.
And then-
Roosters will do a short kick off, fuck it up, and then Storm will run away under the post and
That makes
win
sense.
by
That's
7.
a descriptive.
Yeah. This is
I can
how he
see
comes
that.
up with his multi every
confidence.
week too. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Just
makes sense.
replayed the game for us.
Yeah.
Don't have to watch it.
There you go.
You get used to it. There'll be more of that coming. Don't
14
worry about
all
it.
with a minute to go. They'll kick field goal. It'll be 15-14, short kick off, and then, I don't know, Oldham will score or something like that.
Who you got, Morgs?
Still don't trust the Storm. I will go Roosters by 6.
Yeah, look, I'm going to stick to the Storm at Amy Park by 4. Who you got,
Who
Cole?
have you got, Cole?
I got Storm. I believe that Craig Bellamy's yelled at them enough over the last month that he will just make them better.
How much by? Because it's the margin game.
22.
Yeah, that's right. Plus, I hate the Roosters.
And the Roosters are a bottom 4 side, we've been saying.
Yeah.
2
Roosters
years.
are a bottom 4 side.
We've been saying that for 2 years.
Yeah, we hope they are anyway.
Eventually, we're just going to will it into existence.
Tedesco, the best fullback in the league?
No.
No.
He's not?
No.
Who's the best fullback in the league? It's Tedesco.
It's not.
Scotty Drink.
Oh, Scotty Drink's up there.
He's up there.
Drinks up there.
Tedesco.
No, Tedesco
Scotty
runs.
Drink.
Tedesco's great at running sideways and falling into tackles so you hit him in the head.
I mean, in Origin.
Dylan Edwards is a better fullback.
Okay. All right.
For me, because he's better rounded, better in defence.
What about
Do you just
Turbo?
hate the Roosters? Like, if
Yes.
Tedesco plays for the Cowboys, is he the best fullback in the league?
Yeah, naturally.
100% hands down.
Naturally. The second game of the round is Friday the 7th. It's at 4 p.m. at Accor. The Bulldogs, who have basically been sleeping there all week, $3.65. See if they can get more than 9,000 of this one. The Rabbits, you'll get more than 9,000 Rabbits fans probably, are $1.28. What do you got for us? Is this Trollions? No, that's
I'm torn in this one because
can't bring myself to call it Trollions.
the Dogs were without about 11 starters. They've been
Yeah.
ravaged.
Yeah.
But I hate the Bunnies as
This is
well.
what happens. So
Oh,
you
Pete,
play the
Bunnies.
Cowboys.
No, my
team,
boss
mate.
goes
Why
for
do you
the
hate
Bunnies.
the Bunnies?
Oh, because I don't hate them, but my boss goes for them. So
Do you
when-
like
Bunnies.
Latrell?
No,
You don't like Latrell? Is it the attitude?
I think
what
he's
is it?
lazy.
You think
only-
he comes in and out of games?
Yep.
Yeah. Same. I feel the same.
He could do some sit-ups.
And I think,
Oh,
yeah. And when their team's behind and getting comprehensively beat, he just turns into a fighting mug grub.
okay. You don't like Latrell.
I'm not a fan.
All right. Latrell plays for the Cowboys. You like him?
I love him.
Him and Tedesco both play
If
for
he,
the Cowboys.
if he won a premiership, I wouldn't say no, but I wouldn't have a Trell banner in the grandstand.
I actually believe you would. And if he played for the Cowboys, you'd be his biggest fan.
Oh, right. Well, get him signed and then we'll find
Who
out.
do you think I am? I'm part owner a pub in town. So I'm not signing
You
anybody.
own more pubs than we own collectively put together. So you're kind of a big deal.
He's got a point. You can't argue with that.
Give Latrell a drink card. He might move.
Morgs, who you got?
I got Dogs. I do
Oh, sorry.
have
You,
dogs.
we're
you
still
got.
Pete.
We're still on
Okay.
you.
Yeah, I'm going Dogs. Yeah, Cole keeps.
Yeah,
cutting
sorry, I
in.
talk too much. I apologize.
Morgs?
I too don't like Latrell, but I'm going Bunnies for this game.
Exactly what you said. Bunnies.
I'm going Bunnies, and I like Latrell.
Oh, good on you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take him into your room and boof him.
That's an absurd thing to say. I don't know Latrell.
Shout him
that's
dinner
extreme.
first. Give him a drink card.
So far I kind of sign Latrell, sleep with Latrell, and give Latrell a drink card.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a free crumbo as well.
Oh,
Or a Reuben.
2 of these 4 things are going to happen. 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on Friday night. It's a QCB Stadium. 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
You
That's
going?
said by a true dad.
it is.
Are you going to the game?
Where?
To the game?
I'm actually going to try and get to this game. I'm probably going to be in the Forex corporate suite.
Oh, of course he is.
Hey, don't you bloody talk. You haven't been out of the corporate suite.
Only goes
all
to
year.
corporate suites.
If I go,
Yeah, what corporate suite?
If
did
I
you
What
could-
say?
happened to Pete on the Hill? What happened to him?
if I go to this game, it'll be the second time in about 15 outings I haven't been in the corporate.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a real wanker, ain't you?
Yes. Wanker.
Just it's what you know when you
Yeah,
What suite are you in?
when you're on the spot. It all varies.
You just know people
I
who
just
know
know.
people,
Yeah.
don't you?
When you're a big deal of the on the spot Facebook page and you do a video, you get invited to places.
Cowboys are $1.32. The Dolphins are $3.40.
I don't think those odds are wrong.
Hammer, Gilbert, and Lemieux playing. I'm going the Dolphins. I'm not going the
You're
Dolphins.
not going to
I'm going
Dolphins.
Cowboys every day of the week.
Jeez. Morgs, who you got?
Yeah, I'll go Cowboys. I'm a Colin over. Odds are a bit short. But Cowboys to win.
Yeah. Geez,
There's no purchase on $1.30. Come on, bookies.
No, not against the Dolphins too. 340. That's not bad.
geez, you'd give Dolphins maybe a 8.5 head start on this
I'd
one.
give it a 4.
They did have a.
You reckon it'd be that close?
I reckon it'd be real tight.
They had a start against the Dragons, and I thought Dolphins were going to run a sure thing. They lost by 30.
No, I reckon they'll bounce back.
I think Cowboys, but Hammer plays a solid game and they only win by 2. And I'll just channel Pete, and then in the 79th minute, Val Holmes kicks a ball, and then,
Bounces off the crossbar.
yeah.
It's 22 all, and then 41 out, and he nails a 2-point field goal.
There
Wins
you
by
go.
2 with 5 seconds on the clock.
And
Sounds exactly right.
sometimes it's hard when you're in the corporate box. You're drinking champagne and you're having food
Yeah.
off plate. It's hard to actually watch the
All the
game.
cheese.
Yeah. Cheese. There's
And
the
the grilled-
caviar.
The
and
grilled
everything.
fish in there is unbelievable, and the chicken. Whew.
And the service.
The
service is
top-notch
unbelievable.
open bar.
Saturday the 8th, the Blue Bet Stadium. You fuckers. At 5:30 p.m., the Panthers are $1.34. Manly are $3.25. Pistol, who have you got?
I don't know.
That's not a correct answer, sir. You're going to have to try again.
Penrith ticked, but I don't want to see him win.
Cool. So Penrith it is.
Yeah, I guess it is. I'm going Penrith too.
Yep, same Penrith.
I'm going Penrith.
Smart.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I should go Manly.
Change it to Manly. What's another week of 1 or 2? It's too late.
I hate Manly as well.
7:35 p.m. and I think anyone can guess this game. It is at Suncorp Stadium. It isn't a Friday for once, but it is at Suncorp. I think it's round 6? It's Broncos' 5th home game in a row.
Yeah,
They're doing good.
because they played Dolphins there as away
Away
anyway,
game.
So
Yeah, real tough game.
And
They
they
have-
play Manly there during
Magic
round
yeah.
as the away team.
Yeah,
But
What a
that's cool.
rort.
No worries.
yeah.
Are we big Brisbane Broncos fans? In this
We
show?
hate
Yeah.
the Broncos.
No, not really.
Roosters and Broncos, we hate.
Really?
And
Mostly
dogs.
Broncos.
And dogs.
No,
I hate the
dogs you can tolerate.
Dogs suck.
We're more of a cowboy warrior podcast.
And Phins.
And
When they're not
Phins.
playing us.
It's
You
Fins
like
up
the
now.
Dolphins?
Fins up.
Fins up.
What
now.
about Titans?
Oh, no. I'm not into Titans.
I don't mind them. It's just they're shite.
I like AJ Brim.
Titans
I like
are
most-
always bad, aren't they?
They're phenomenally bad every season. I tipped them to be in the grand final, I think, last year. Or top 4.
Top 4.
You
I like
tipped
it.
them
Yeah, I always back in the Titans, and they just let me down.
because you feel like eventually they have to have.
I
a
feel like
winning
it's going to
season.
turn, yeah. And it never does.
I think a lot's got to
They
happen.
suck every year. They
A lot's
suck.
got to happen. Broncos are $1.20. The Raiders are $4.50.
Jared Croker's back. Raiders green machine every day of the week.
They're going to be fired up after Cleary's comments.
100%.
Maybe.
Get on the Raiders. Green machine.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to tip Raiders, but I'm going Broncos.
Yep. Same. Got to go. I hate it, but I got to.
I think Canberra, because they're fired up after Ivan Cleary's comments, and I really like Ricky Stewart anyway. I just like the guy.
Yeah, good on you. Well,
I'm a big Ricky Stewart fan.
you wouldn't
Now,
have an
but
indoor
did you-
cricket team without him.
Did you mind him 20, 30 years ago when he played?
Oh no, because I was a massive Alan Langer fan, and back when I was really young, it was like remember at the end of Origin they'd announced the Australian team,
Yeah.
and I'd be really upset if Alan Langer didn't, and it used to chop and change.
It did.
So I think I didn't like Ricky Stewart
But
then.
then they'd take them both away on a tour and
Yeah.
play one for the first 40 and then take him off and put the other one on for the second 40.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Well,
Fresh
you're
legs.
burning a whole interchange. And back then you only had 4.
You know, I met Alan Langer at his restaurant in Caloundra.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Did he share your free Forex?
he didn't, but he was really, really polite, and he's really muscly.
Jacked.
Yeah, but he's about 3'7".
Yeah, I could take him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
You
confident
now,
I could tell.
You now, easy.
He not getting up that go
Mate,
track.
You've got cardio.
I got cardio on my side.
Cardio. You got cardio.
I
on
could
your
take
side.
Alan Langer. I heard it first.
You'd throw paws. Shit, yeah.
Mate, you beat Mitchell up that go track too, old Latrell.
Yeah, that'd be easy unless you had pies on.
Can you just do one from the top of the goat track?
Do one of these
Do a
pods.
podcast, yeah.
Yeah, we could.
Do we have to drive it or?
No,
do we
no,
have to
no,
go
no.
up
On
first?
it, like you just walk it.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
We could do that.
we could do
Yeah,
that.
I'd
we could-
love to watch
We
it.
could do
I
that.
used to do it every day.
You used to
Yeah,
do it
It's
every
been a couple
day.
of weeks now, but yeah.
You used to do it every day.
Yeah.
What, wake up, go straight up?
Yep.
What time?
So about what time was I getting up? 4:30.
Oh, that's
You
young.
get up at
Drive
4:30 in the
in.
morning.
Drive in. So I'd be starting
ridiculous.
at 5 and back at work because I start work at 6. So
You get up at 4:30 in the morning.
I was.
That's not right.
I gave it up about a month ago.
What? And so you're not doing it?
I got crook, and so I got the lurgy or whatever, and I was off. Took a week off work,
Yeah.
and couldn't move, and I've still got a little bit of chest.
Did your boss listen to the podcast? Is that why we're doing this?
No, God, no.
Oh, okay.
No.
And you used to go out there.
Oh, I don't
every
think he
morning.
does.
You run it?
No,
Yes,
you do not.
I used to.
You could, Pete. You couldn't run it.
Do you have any stops on the stairs going up?
I have probably 4 stops.
Yeah, weak.
I don't stop on the stairs. Not
No,
in my
no
current
stops.
rig.
Do you stop at the lookout? You got to stop at the lookout.
No,
you
straight
know,
up.
You know when you
Briefly.
get to the lookout?
Yeah.
You go.
Got to admire
quick,
the view.
boom,
Yeah.
and then
And then the stairs
You do,
on
you
the
do
steep
that.
bit.
Get your hair
I
up.
walk a bit slower
Yeah.
on the lookout, and then I go straight up.
But you don't stop on that really steep bit.
Never stop on the stairs ever.
never stop on
Not
the
on,
stairs.
not on the steep. Not at no.
Never.
Because
Never.
once I stop, that's it.
I stop at, where the chairs are, like
Yeah.
halfway up. I stop there. I have to stop there.
I got this
I
sick
stop
thing
there
about
and just do a little breather, but I keep walking, like slowly.
it's ass cheating.
Get a breather and then go.
I got this sick thing about needing to
Can I
beat
tell you
people
something?
up.
I sit down. Put my hands on my head. I've had people come up and go, "Are you okay?"
Do you have a dart at the top?
No, I don't. I have a dart when I get down the bottom, but I get in the car and I drive away because I need people that have come down the hill with me to think, "Oh, he's good on that older bloke for trying to get in shape." And then once I'm a ways down the road, I just light that sweet nicotine up.
You wouldn't believe it looking at me at the
Defeats
moment.
purpose.
I did 5 stairs back to back once.
Shut up.
100%.
The steep bit, you did it 5 times.
The whole thing. So I went up, so bottom to top, and then I went back down to the lookout, and then I did another 4.
You did that 4 times.
Back to back to back, yep.
Why?
I just got stuck. Like, I wanted to do it twice.
Got
and then
Got stuck.
I'm like,
It's
okay.
not a roundabout.
The twice, the second one actually felt better. So I'm like, all right, I'll do 3. It's a nice, nice round number. Not round number, but it's a nice number, right?
Yeah.
It's better than 2.
And then I'm like, I think I can do it again. So I did 4. And I'm like, well, if I can do
That's
4, I can
insane.
do 5.
I do see people doing that a bit.
Yeah.
Just going up.
Must be like that
Down.
that high interval.
It gets easier the
High
more you
intensity
do it.
interval training.
100%. It
But-
honestly does.
You don't going down. You're a different person, hey.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
when
yeah.
you're going down, like when I'm
You're
going up,
chatty.
I'm like, I go, why do I do this to myself? I'm not fit enough to be doing this. I need to quit smoking. What am I doing with my life? But then when I go down,
Line
I'm
a
like,
cigar.
when I'm a different. I'm singing.
Comes together.
I'm singing. I'm waving.
Yeah.
You're a different
You're like, hey,
person going
everyone.
down.
Yeah. And you're chatting to the oldest going up. Oh, you're almost there.
Yeah, you're giving. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're encouraging.
You're doing
people
good.
Who are fitter than me? Why am I encouraging you?
As
You're nearly there, mate.
That's so true.
Some guy sprinting up.
As you're blowing cigar smoke in their face with a nice Cuban stogie.
Back to the tips. Sunday, the 9th of April. Yes, we're still doing tips.
Still doing
It's
tips.
4:05 p.m. at Seabus Super Stadium out in the middle of frickin' nowhere. The Titans are $1.73. The Dragons are $2.10. Who would have ever thought this game would be this close? Probably most people, especially the bookies. Pistol, who you got?
I've got the tights.
After I rip the Dragons,
Saturn's biggest moon, Titan.
after I rip the Titans, I'm going Dragons.
Yeah, right.
Yep. I'll go Dragons.
Okay. I'm going Titans here.
I'm
They're at
going
home.
Titans. I like them.
Yeah.
Good on them, Queensland team.
Because AJ Brim?
I don't really care, to be honest. I just think they're from Queensland. I'm from Queensland. I think Mel Meninga had something to do with them at one
Yeah,
point. I like Mel Meninga.
I think
I
he still
love Mal.
does.
I love Mal and his Canberra days.
Do you reckon they actually have a supporter base? But like, does
don't
anyone
think
in the
so.
Gold Coast care?
Yeah,
No.
they do.
Do they?
There's a few. We've got a mate who has his own podcast down there. Shout out to Matty Burrell, and
He's a banter.
he's pretty mad keen Titans.
I just never thought that because this is rugby league heartland that what we live in. The Gold Coast is where you do when you want to go on a
Yeah.
theme park.
Go on us.
Too many distractions.
But
That's
there's
how I
got-
picture
there's-
everybody that lives in the Gold Coast. By the way, they just go on a theme park every weekend.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
much.
Basically,
That's how you
But
live.
there's
life.
got to be people who are born there and live there.
Yeah, that's weird to me.
It's weird to me, but
Yeah.
they must exist.
It's a
Yeah.
place you go to rip and tear.
Yeah.
When was the last time you went to Gold Coast to rip and tear?
I was ripping and tearing there in 2021
Hang on, here we go.
Totally.
with Wade and his two boys.
Gold Coast have the smallest membership base. So apparently, according to League Unlimited, they have 8,000 members.
But there's a Dolphins on there.
Dolphins have 15,000 apparently.
Because that Redcliffe's old club.
They got good Thai food in Gold Coast. Shout out Boonchune.
I mean, the best is South's at 30,000, North Queensland 17, Gold Coast 8.
I would have thought Townsville would have the most. Because Townsville's, it's just, we're rugby league obsessed.
Yeah, we're spread out.
We're a little like the Gold Coast. We're not, but we've got a bit of that transient population with the military.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
And then you got miners who, they either live here and they're flying in, flying out, no point getting a membership.
And they're riding around on their jet skis. They're not watching
Literally
footy.
what I was
That's
about
right.
to say.
Yeah,
And a lot of people are fishers and hunters. There's not so much.
that's true. Although you'd argue there's a cross section there of people that fish and people that like footy.
You would
There
think
is.
that,
Yeah.
There is.
But you're a fisherman, aren't you?
I don't mind fishing. I'm not great at it, but I do like going fishing.
Okay.
How many fishermen have you ever seen not wear footy shorts
On the boat?
on the boat?
Zero.
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 And pluggers.
Even the girls,
Yeah.
they all of a sudden find some footy shorts.
It's like, oh, what do we wear? We're going fishing. Oh, yeah, put some footy shorts on.
Yeah.
Oh, but I stole my mate's footy shorts. This is not in a weird way, but I just stole them. I
Just
needed
to sniff
to.
'em?
Long story short, they're the most comfortable shorts I've ever owned. They're unbelievable.
Yeah, until your hair could start falling out the side.
6:15 p.m. on Sunday. It's at McDonald Jones Stadium. The Knights are $1.95. The Warriors are $1.85.
Aotearoa Warriors.
Molks?
The odds don't make sense here, but Warriors.
Yeah, I'm going Warriors too.
Warriors.
Knights
You
are
just copy in our tips.
something bodgy.
Well, you're
Knights.
just tipping favourites, so I'm tipping favourites.
I not tip favourite.
He's not. We are.
You can never accuse Peter tipping favourites. He tips the non-favourites. He tips the dogs.
Yeah. And now, because it's Easter weekend,
Tip
Monday,
dogs, you tip bunnies.
there is a Monday game.
Oh, I love Monday games.
Oh, I hate Monday night football.
I used to love the Monday
hate it.
night footy games.
Is it still Bundy Monday?
I don't know. It doesn't say here. It's at 4 p.m. at a core. It's the Tigers at $4.50 up against the Eels at $1.20.
I've gone Tigers.
You would.
Why?
Because I just...
Is it because it's got to change at some
Yeah,
point?
it's got to change.
It hasn't
And-
changed in years.
No.
And Eels are a
It's only getting
basket
worse.
case. This could be a battle of the spoon, these two teams.
Aren't they
This
bidding
is
their
spoon ball.
CEO as we speak? They're going to bin him?
So they
No,
should.
no, they're hanging on.
Pasco, useless.
They want to. They keep ripping into him, but he keeps defending himself like he's doing the right thing.
Tim Sheen's not the boy everyone thought he'd be?
The genius.
Never was. Was never going to be.
Why is that? You never thought Tim Sheens was going to work?
The only time he was ever a decent coach was it Canberra?
Yes.
He's done.
He took West Tigers to a premiership.
Well,
They
Tigers-
beat
He
the
did
beloved
do
cows for it.
But he had a team of stars at the
He
time.
did, and he had Benji in his prime.
Exactly.
And Prince.
And what he can't do anything with a team that's struggling.
Yeah.
Did nothing here. Has done nothing overseas.
Yeah. True.
Doesn't seem to bring
Tigers are only going to go backwards.
What do they
With
do
him.
with Luke Brooks?
Didn't he lose the Kangaroo World... Not the World... Yeah, the World Cup. Was he in charge of that when...
I don't know.
When Kangaroos beat New Zealand, when Billy Slater threw that inside pass?
I
and
remember when
Benji
he was
picked it
going
up?
out and he threw that
Yeah,
pass.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was Sheens in charge of that team then? I think he was.
He might have been, yeah.
Or it might have been Bennett. No, Bennett was for the Kiwis, that's right. Bennett was on the Kiwi
Yeah.
side.
What's
I
the
don't rate
structure?
Sheens.
Is it Benji as coach and he's head of football, yeah?
No, Sheens is the coach.
So what's Benji?
He's the succession plan in 2 years'
Yeah.
time.
He's,
Well,
he's
Benji's
So
had
he's-
every game.
Succession
Yeah.
plans
Yeah,
never
because
work.
he's learning.
Succession
He's
plan.
learning off Sheensy
In
on
the
how to
same-
become a
Master
head
coach.
in
Yeah.
the same way as Demetriou was sort of offsided to Bennett at South. And then
Oh.
Demetriou took over when Bennett left.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They never work.
No.
No.
So Benji hasn't done an ounce of coaching, not even under eights or.
So
Q Cup or
Benji's learning
Jersey
how to
flag.
coach as we speak from Tim Sheens,
Yeah.
Yeah.
whose team's terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Robbie Farah's in there too. I don't know what the hell he's doing.
And if Brooks plays poorly this week, Benji might be strapping on the boots the next week.
Luke Brooks was.
As
He's
assistant
well.
captain coach.
Might
He's
as
$1
well.
million a year, isn't he, Brooks?
Oh, something ridiculous.
Something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
crazy.
Yeah. Sharks have got the bye. They should win that. They should. Don't count on. I've just done
Yeah.
what you've done.
The old
I've
submit.
gone submit and it's gone no tip.
Yeah.
It didn't take it.
It's a fault.
It's Disney, man.
I can't
It's
be blamed.
Disney. So
Can't
now
be blamed.
Now I can't remember my
What
tips.
is a
I have to
better
go back to
matchup?
tape.
The meatball versus chicken classic or a choc chip versus white chick macadamia nut?
I mean, there's no pastrami in that.
I'd go the meatball.
I will go over meatball as well. Oh, no, hang on. But chicken classic, what are you talking about?
No, they're all terrible.
Yeah.
They're all terrible. Go to Guzman and get a burrito.
Yes.
But Guzman got rid of the Sid Barramundi burrito.
That sounds disgusting.
It
Does,
was
doesn't it?
actually quite delightful.
Don't you also like fish soup or something stupid? Fish pie. Is that you?
Yeah, seafood fish pie. Yeah,
The hell is
absolutely.
that?
Have you not had a seafood pie before?
No.
What is it?
I will cook you one. Come over for dinner one night.
I'd rather.
All right, I'll come over
Yep.
for dinner to eat a seafood pie.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sounds gross.
and you will piss your pants in excitement.
Or
Colin, he eats potatoes raw.
that's
Have
disgusting.
you not had a raw?
Don't go off his bloody palate.
You just like an apple. You just chew at it.
Yeah.
Just choose it.
It's
Yep.
good.
He does peel it. We'll give
He
him
peels
that.
it.
Instant carbohydrate. Bit of salt. Beautiful. It's a good snack.
Who told you about this? Where would you do it?
No, I found out about it when I was about 5-year-old.
We all came over the other night. He just starts chewing on a potato. We're like, what are you eating, Pete?
Hence all these potato names in the
Yeah.
tipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an odd duck, aren't you?
Well, no, because
Not
it's
wrong.
good.
You're an odd duck.
I'd
I
duck.
watched Titanic the other night after the 1-point field goal.
Great film.
Good recommendation.
Yeah, Burton kicked the field goal. I turned it off, went and washed my hair, came back and put on Titanic.
Went and washed your hair first.
You must
Yeah,
have been
because
a
I had to vent down, so I had to wash my hair because it was greasy as shit.
And
And
you don't want to get cranky at Leonardo.
And then came back and watched Titanic.
In a dark
Imagine
room?
a world where Jack lives and Rose and him just live a happily life in America.
Well, you could have fit on that thing quite easily.
Nah,
Plenty of room.
No, debunked. I've looked at that. I've watched it just the other day.
Why didn't they
It's-
take turns? She jumps off, he jumps on. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
he's dying from hypothermia. You could have avoided that.
Nah, but they both would have died then.
How so?
Oh,
They would have
because-
lived double the time.
Your body temp is cooling and heating. It wouldn't work.
I disagree.
I'd love to see Jack and Rose just live out. Can James Cameron make a movie where Jack doesn't die?
There's probably
and then you
fanfiction.
just see post-Titanic of the Rose and Jack files?
Wouldn't work. People that meet in those high pressure situations, when they go back to real life, they'll be divorced in a year.
So true.
You should throw the heart of the ocean in the way. That's just fucking selfish.
Telling you, they would have hated each other in a year.
Nah, I don't reckon.
I absolutely guarantee it.
Don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. All right, we're back for another Pistols Multi, all brought to you from our good friend Morgan at Fusion Networks for all your internet and data providing needs. You need a web page, you need servers fixed, any switches with glitches. Hit up my man Morgie here at Fusion Networks, and he is an IT guru. All right, this week we were close last week. We almost pulled off the $2,000 win. We needed Hammer to score, tick. Capewell to score, tick. Chester to score, tick. 20 minutes to go. We need Reece Robson to crash over. Didn't quite get there, so unfortunately we didn't even get a bonus bet back because we power played it. Now this week we have got a little simple 5-leg multi where we're taking the first 5 games. So after Saturday night, you can sit back and relax on Easter Sunday with a wad full of cash. Jerome Hughes, anytime try scorer for the Storm. Into Scotty Drink to score anytime for the Cowboys. Joshy Gatto-Carr, he'll score for the Dogs against the Bunnies. This is a good one. Hamole Olakawatu for Manly. He's been in form crossing the strip lately. I reckon he gets one over the Panthers. And Curdy Capewell, who I don't think he hasn't scored a try yet for the Broncos this year. So we're going those 5. Power played is 174 to 1, 20 on that, $3,480. Line up now. That is a great night out at Molly Malone's. Thanks to Fusion Network.
Network.
Networks.
So just one network.
He's one network, yes.
Yeah.
Fusion Networks for everything IT required.
I mean, it makes sense if you're going to fuse your networks
Yeah.
into one.
Into one.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's the idea.
works for me.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot easier to manage.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yep.
Very good. And that's the tune. The tune that you're hearing is hopefully could be the last time you hear it because it gets us demonetized on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we're not allowed to use that
Yeah.
tune anymore.
Can't use the good, bad, and the ugly because it's copyrighted.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I've been
So
hunting
have we.
around for a replacement.
So it's all fine on Spotify, but or all your listening apps. But since we now got video,
Yep.
you can't upload it to YouTube.
You can put it on
Oh,
there.
you can, yeah, sorry.
But you can't make money off it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not that we make money off any of it, but yeah,
So this goes on YouTube.
it's
It does now.
It does
'cause of
now.
cameras.
Second week.
Yeah,
Does
I,
now.
I
Second weekend.
regret saying some things that I've said.
Just let us know the time code. Yep. All right, the playlist this week is a little bit bigger and a little bit longer, and I am still talking about the playlist. I swear. Pistol, you've come out with one here that you're going to have to hum a few bars.
No, well, it's a belter of a song. Fozzy, Chris Jericho lead singer. Fozzy's been around for about almost 3 decades now. Judas, get around it. Just put it on, play it. It is a belter of a song.
Make sure it's Fozzy Judas and not Lady Gaga.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, don't put on Lady Gaga.
Is Lady Gaga as a cover? This one?
Don't know. Don't think so.
I thought I'd ask.
I don't know.
Because I can't picture this one. I can't hear it. So
What's it called? Fozzy.
Fozzy, yeah. F-O-Z-Z-Y.
What's the style of music?
Oh, well, I'll bring
Pistol's usually, he normally brings the country.
Yeah, I would have thought it would be
That's
more
true.
country or Pete.
But I don't know what he's got here. And as soon as I hear it, I'll be like, oh, yeah.
Nah,
We'll probably
you
all be
won't.
doing that. I won't.
Fozzy?
I'll look in the meantime. Okay, here we go.
It's some 41-ish.
Yeah. I don't mind that.
It's good.
Yep. That's,
You're an angry 14-year-old man just in your room cursing your parents right now with that music? What's
No,
happening?
just
That is a different song for you.
listening to
it
it.
is.
Yeah, no, I don't mind Fozzy.
Fozzy.
Listen to a few of their albums.
Yeah, right. Fozzy.
Okay. Fozzy. Get around it.
Yeah, there you go.
Look, I'm going to go The Offspring.
Nice.
Come out and play. It's an oldie but a goodie,
Yep.
That's a tune.
isn't it?
I'm going to go heavy. I'm going Corn, Got the Life.
Oh, we are going a bit sort of. We're there
going,
this week.
We're going 90s.
I like
90s
it.
rock.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere near it. I'm
got
going the
some
Beatles,
Celtic
Don't
like-
Let Me Down.
Beatles. Okay.
Oh, very
all right.
good. Nice.
You know, actually, I think we had one Beatles
It was Bowman.
last year, and it was from Paul Bowman.
Yeah.
Really?
He nominated a Beatles
He
song.
loves the
Beatles,
Beatles.
Don't Let Me Down. Oh, look at that. Tattoo.
Oh,
wow.
look
Paul
at that.
McCartney.
Bit of McCartney.
That's awesome.
What's the other one over? That's a...
It's just a boxing man.
Okay, right.
It has no relevance. So.
No one specific or?
It's just a picture that I liked. And
Oh, yeah.
that
It's
was
like
when
a
I was
carny
drunk
boxer.
in Melbourne.
Oh, cool.
Somebody told me that ladybugs were good luck. And I got hit by a car the next day. I made that last
You just went all across the windscreen.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. All right. Very good. Well, that's us for the week. Thanks for coming, Colin.
Thanks for having me. I had heaps of fun.
Thanks for
Good to
coming on.
meet you. And like you said at the top of the show, you guaranteed anybody who goes in.
If you sign up for Patreon, come down. Any drink, beer, wine, spirit, first drink on us. You just have to show me that you've signed up to the Patreon. So there you go. Technically, I've paid for your 2 months of Patreon with one drink.
I like
Happy
it.
days.
Because it's good to see local boys get behind something like this. And
Support local.
Yeah, support
Support
local.
local.
No, I like stuff like this. It's cool.
And don't just go for your freebie either. Like, stick around, watch
Yeah.
the game, have a
Stick
few.
around. Pete will be in there having a Guinness and he'll
Yeah.
talk your ear off.
I'm on to beginners
Yeah.
now.
For better or for worse.
You tried Guinness?
Had my first one 2 weeks ago, right at this table.
Out of a can.
Oh,
Out of a can. It was out of a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait till you have it on tap.
I'll come
yeah,
in. We'll have it after. Offerwood.
First time you've had a Guinness?
Yeah, first time. It was good. I
It's
liked
a
it.
lot. It's a lot when you first try.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I really actually quite liked it. It
Nice.
was better than I expected. I thought it'd be real kind of like tangy and chewy and dark, but I actually quite liked it.
Yeah, we were talking about it because it was leading up to Paddy's Day.
Yeah.
I said, I've never had a Guinness, so I'll come down. And he never showed to Molly.
I didn't make it. I didn't
Paddy's
make
Day. He was
it.
meant to meet me there, didn't show.
Didn't show. Bailed.
And then he came in the Tuesday after and said, right, I've got this can, let's do it.
Made up for it.
Last question is, when are you guys going to do a live show at Molly's?
Well, that's what we need to talk to you about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me a date.
We need to talk about that.
Yeah, we'll do
I'm going
that.
to get my hair done.
Well, how, it'll be Crumbs Take
3
Tuesday.
weeks from now, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll
Maybe
make it
longer.
happen.
You're always welcome. You just let me know a date.
Is it going to be on
Happy
a
days.
Tuesday night and I can get a crumb steak?
Yeah, it's going to be on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
But $15 crumbs, schooner of beer, listen to you boys talk for 2 hours, and off you go.
What more could you want?
Yeah, what more could you?
What could it be? That's a cheap night out.
You get a big crowd on a Tuesday night?
Yeah, starting to fill it now. It's a little bit quiet after COVID, but
What's more of a quiet night for
Yeah.
you guys?
And can we book that night?
we can do it on Wednesday night if you want. Thursday nights I'm full. I got trivia. Glad you are. Sign
Yeah.
up. Teams of 4 to 6.
Don't you do Wednesday comedy night?
No, I do every second Thursday. We have a comedy night out the back in the nightclub. Otherwise, by the way, there's a nightclub attached to this.
There is.
For any of your young listeners.
The otherwise.
What's that
bar,
called
isn't it?
now?
Otherwise.
Otherwise, yep.
Yeah, and we've got upstairs function room. There's heaps going on. Just
Yeah.
follow Molly's or otherwise on what do the kids call it? The Facebook.
The Facebook.
Insta Snapgram. I
Yeah.
think, something like that.
Follow us on that. But yeah, that Patreon thing stands. So Patreon thing stands. So if you sign up, beer on us. Go do it.
Happy
Support the
days.
boys.
Support the boys. Support Molly's.
It's every reason to sign up to the Patreon, every reason to head on over to Molly Malone's. And yeah, well, you know where Molly Malone's is. It's Flinders Street East. Get on down.
You're still doing the before and after game functions?
Yeah, man.
Except
Still
just
doing
obviously
all of
not
it.
this week. But
No, this week we open at 12 a.m. So my expectation is that you will just loiter the streets, and then I open my doors at 12 a.m. and you'll be coming in. Even dads with 2 kids.
Sure, we'll give it a go.
We'll get Rob down there.
I'm going to restart this one again. You can find us at On The Ranch NQ on Instagram and on Facebook. And you can find me at XRBob on Twitter. I'm a little more lively there lately. I've been posting a little bit too much.
politically,
Ranting.
No, I don't get into that side of things. God, no.
Complain about traffic lights.
Yeah, that's what I do. I complain about the thing that I look after. On the spot.
on
It's
the
on
spot,
Facebook.
He is.
It probably won't get one this week. It certainly won't get
Oh,
edited. I can guarantee you that.
yeah.
I don't have time. So you're going to have to do it raw, and you're going to have to do it one take
Right. On Good Friday.
on Good Friday,
Right.
which means you have to do it sober.
And no
Yeah.
swears.
And no swears.
No swears.
Yeah. First things first. Welcome back.
There we go. And Morgan Holmes Evans.
Yeah, Morgan Holmes
Fusion
Evans
Networks.
on all the socials and Fusion for the Business, 24-hour IT support.
Still got to send me a quote. But moving on.
24 hours, I'll do it tonight.
Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thanks again, Cole.
Thanks for having me, boys. Appreciate it.
Get on down. to
Appreciate
Molly
coming
Malone.
in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know when that live show is.
Get on Molly's.
No pressure. All right, good night.
Go Cowboys.
Go Cows.